Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app. Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app. Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app. Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Hey, have you tried the St. George Stretch Lab? It'll help boost your athletic performance, help you feel less restricted in your movements, knock out those nagging aches and pains, and melt away your stress. Right now at the St. George Stretch Lab, get an intro stretch for just $39. That's $30 off. Mention keyword radio.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to House of Jump, where gravity meets excitement. Jump, dunk, and dodge your way into a world of laughter and adrenaline. Whether you're a high-flying pro or just looking to defy gravity, House of Jump is where the thrill begins. Elevate your fun, slam dunk like a champion, and dodge obstacles with style. House of Jump is where every moment is a soaring adventure. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to our house, the House of Jump, or purchase Jump Time online at houseofjump.com.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising Shooting Stars Hoop It Nets. Nets on fire, building champions on and off the court.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Talking yours, can you let me?
Yeah, check 1, 2.
Okay, I got you. I just can't hear this very well.
Hey, welcome up, everybody. It is Friday night quarterfinal football here in the state of Utah, and Devin Dixon, Rick Barry ready to go here from Crimson Cliffs High School. The Red Kingdom going to be rocking tonight. Final home game before they shift everything in the semifinals and the finals up to the University of Utah and Rice-Eccles Stadium. Win, and you get a spot there on either the 13th or the 14th, and we're getting you ready for the number 7 seed Stansbury Stallions and the number 2 seed Crimson Cliffs Mustangs, the two-time defending 4A state champ, as they look for a third straight championship under Coach Wayne Olofopo. And Coach, won't come easy tonight. Really good offensive team. Stansbury putting up 49 points in last week's win. Meanwhile, Crimson cruising over Timpanogos to set up this quarterfinal showdown in the 4A classification.
Well, it's going to be a battle tonight, Devin, and this is what playoff football should be. You know, you get down to this many teams left, and there's not a weak link in there, and this is what makes high school football so fun. This time of year is what you coach and you spend all the time and you do everything for us to get to this point. So, you know, you got to tell the kids, embrace the moment, because a lot of people are at home. Go out and have fun, because that's what this is all about. And you're right. There's a lot of firepower on the field tonight. You know, Stansbury's been averaging 41 points per game on an average. They put up a lot of points. A very, elusive quarterback that's not big but quick. And so, Crimson's putting up 34 points. So you look at two offenses that are very high-powered and two defenses that are pretty dang good. You know, in today's football, Crimson's 20 points and these guys are 23, what they're averaging. That's good numbers. In years past, a 15, 16, but not anymore. The offenses are so good that if you can hold people into 20 and 23, that's a good defense.
We've got 4 quarterfinal games tonight. The 1-8 matchup, number 1 overall seed Ridgeline taking on Park City. Coach Ridgeline looks poised and ready to make a run. They felt like they exited the playoffs prematurely last year. They got some unfinished business this year.
They do have a chip on their shoulder, but I will say this about Park City. Park City came out of the gate this year early, really slow. And everybody was like, gosh, what's wrong with Park City? Because they have a lot of kids back from last year. And I don't know if it was injuries, don't know, but they've played very well down the stretch. I think they've got their mojo back. So, Ridgeline's the cream of the crop, in 4A right now, but you got to play the games. And Park City feels very comfortable. I've talked to a couple coaches this week about this matchup, and Park City feels very confident that they can go up and compete with them. Time will tell.
They met in the regular season opener, so this will be the second meeting between these two teams. That's going on tonight. We'll get you updates on that one. It was a 39-3 win for Ridgeline in that first one. Ridgeline, 51 points a game, only giving up 11.
But it was close at halftime.
Yeah.
Ridgeline came through in the second half and found a way to get there. So it's going to be interesting. And I always say this about key matchups. If you're the underdog, you've got to score and score early and make them play catch up, because if you allow for example tonight, if you allow Crimson to get up 14 points, I think you're in trouble. But if you can keep it a 1 score and keep it close and stay, or even get up on them and make them play catch up, then you're going to stay in the game.
Region 9 pregame show built by Bucks Ace Hardware. Coach Rick Barry, Devin Dixon here, Crimson and Stansbury. The other games tonight, just mentioned that Ridgeline matchup with Park City. We're going to be keeping really close tabs on this game. In fact, Paul Ratliff and the crew have this game. It's also streaming on our website, KSLSports.com, fan YouTube page. It's the 5-4 seed matchup as Provo comes down to the Tigers Den to take on Hurricane. Coach, this one could be a good one tonight out in H-Town.
And I think it's going to be a great matchup. And you know what? If you look at the papers and you believe all that, they've got Provo as the favorite. I'm going against that. I think Hurricanes the favorite. I think Provo's big and they're physical, but their big and physical guys go both way on offense and defense. And I think Hurricanes speed. They've got 3 guys that can absolutely burn. And if they'll go east and west and keep those big guys running, they're going to have to rest them. And it's a big drop-off from 1s to 2 with Provo. So I think Hurricane is going to utilize that speed, and it's going to be tough for Provo, and Provo's going to rely on their size.
The interesting note in that game, Provo has not been to the semifinals at Rice Eccles since 1999. Hurricane hasn't been there since 2014. So both teams are on some droughts trying to get up to Rice Eccles Stadium. Again, that game also streaming on the Fan Sports Network. Go check out. Links are up on all of our social media, our YouTube page, links up on the fansportsnetwork.com as well as KSLsports.com. And then the other game tonight, 2 teams that came down to Southern Utah got upset wins last week. Green Canyon beat Snow Canyon 23-20, and Pineview got upset by the 11 seed Skyline, your alma mater, Coach, 21-14, and now they meet tonight. And the 11 seed Skyline is at home tonight. You get the 11 seed, you don't think you're playing at home, but they are tonight.
No, Skyline's sitting in a great position right there, and you're right. I mean, neither one of these teams were projected to be where they're at. So they both got to feel fortunate. They've got an opportunity that hasn't come around in a long time. Both programs have fallen off. Skyline's come down from 5A to 4A. Green Canyon, they seem to get to this point and can't get over the hump. They played in the state championship not too long ago, but they always hang around. I think that's going to be a good matchup. I think Skyline's got a little bit more firepower than what Green Canyon saw in the last couple of weeks. So I think that's going to be a really good game, and I think it's going to be a tight game.
By the way, Hurricane and Crimson do have a common opponent in Provo. When Crimson played early in the preseason here on this field, they were able to beat Provo, but it was a nail-biter, some big calls. You and I were here for that game.
And it went down to the very last play where really the last 2 plays, because everybody thought the clock had gone. Provo was celebrating the win. They said no, there's 1 second left. They brought the teams back out. They threw a pass.
Scored it.
PI. Oh, you remember it was a PI?
Yeah, PI first.
And then they got one more play with no time on the clock and ran it in for a score. So very, very tight game.
28-24, Crimson beat Provo. So Hurricane trying to do what the Mustangs already did. Now, of course, they wouldn't meet until the state championship game, potentially. They're on the other side of the bracket. Ridgeline Park City winner is going to face the Green Canyon Skyline winner, and so we'll see how it plays out. Tonight. Well, the semifinals, excuse me.
Yeah.
The semifinals. They could potentially meet next week, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. We'll update the bracket at the end of the night, but could we see, a matchup between Hurricane and Ridgeline? That is the one that the Tiger fans are hoping for, and Crimson doesn't really care. They just want to get past Stansbury, and they'll take on the winner of that Green Canyon Skyline game.
Well, this side of the bracket, meaning the Crimson side of the bracket, to me is the easier side of the bracket. So if you look at it and you see the upsets and say, wait a minute, if we can get past Stansbury, we pick up a 14 or 11 seed.
Yeah.
And, that side really... and these 2 teams aren't near as good as, in my opinion, as Stansbury. So this is crucial for Crimson tonight.
And when I saw Hurricane's path to a state championship, I went, that is the toughest draw, even though they are the 4 seed. You got to go through Provo tonight, possibly Ridgeline next week, and then maybe even a Crimson or whoever wins that Green Canyon Skyline. That is a tough path for the Tigers, but they seem up for the challenge all year long.
Well, if you talk to the coaches like we did last week when we had the game over there, Devin, they were like, hey, we're 3 or 4 plays away from being an undefeated team. We feel we can play with anybody on any given night, and you love that attitude. It's not cockiness. It's, hey, we truly believe that we have the kids, the program, the kids have bought into it, that we can play with anybody. So they play with a lot of confidence, and they should.
Other scores tonight in football, there's a bunch of games already going on. They do have some games already underway. Corner Canyon routing Syracuse right now 56-14. But Lone Peak and Davis in the 6A quarters tied at 24 late in the third quarter. We'll keep you posted on that. And then a bunch more 6A games later on tonight. Harriman at Mountain Ridge, American Fork at Sky Ridge. 5A West beat Bountiful already today 14-3. Meanwhile, Springville is leading Box Elder 14-7. Later on tonight, Brighton Fremont and Woods Cross plays at Orem. 3A, of course, Cedar City already winning in the semis. 3A is already in the semis. They beat Juab 23-16. So Cedar City, the Reds, have punched their ticket to the championship game where they will face the Manti Templars, who upset Morgan today 28-21.
Now, is that a final or is that still? No, that's still in the third quarter.
Is upsetting. Manti is upsetting.
Yes.
You're right. That game is about 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
Don't count out Morgan. Morgan, obviously, year after year, does a fantastic job out there. Manti's tough to beat. Those programs that are left in 3A, really good programs.
100%. And of course, Region 9 teams know Cedar really, really well. Stansbury Stallions are coming out of the locker room as we're getting closer to kickoff. Again, well, thanks to a great bunch of local businessmen and women. If you need their products or services, go tell them thank you for sponsoring local sports, getting us on the airwaves tonight and on the live stream. Finley Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Bucks Ace Hardware, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Grass Creek Construction, The Stretch Lab, Handles Homemade Ice Cream, Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar, the Back Nine, Roni's Mac Bar, now open in the Red Cliffs Mall here in St. George, to name a few. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll dive into the Sport Court pregame show, which you already, coaches' keys to the game. We'll relay the coaches' comments brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. And kickoff coming here, 6 o'clock kickoff, local time, Mustangs, Stallions. It's coming up on the Fan Sports Network.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group. We've got you covered.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles.
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, there's nothing like Friday Night Lights playoff style here. Devin Dixon, Rick Barry in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth as the Mustangs ready to take the field. And we are closing in on kickoff, and boy, oh boy, it's going to be a good old-fashioned showdown between the Stallions and the Mustangs tonight. Two teams that have state championship on their mind. Both teams know that they are 3 wins away from the ultimate prize, Coach, that everybody starts the season with the dream of attaining.
Well, everybody starts the season of that, but the first step is you got to get to the semis. And that's the fun thing for these players to look at and say, we want to get to the University of Utah. That's a big reward for these kids. Let's get there. And both teams, have a pedigree. Stansbury's been very, very strong in the years past of winning their region on that side. And obviously we know Crimson repeating 2 years in a row. So, both teams are excited. Both teams are well coached. I expect a really good game tonight, Devin.
Of course, Stansbury's got to go through the two-time state defending champs. What an epic comeback it was in the finals last year against Spanish Fork, one for the ages. And Crimson's got that opportunity that not people get often in any sport at any level, going for the rare three-peat. And Coach Wayne Olofabo does not take that for granted. I was talking with him this morning, our Coral Canyon coach's comments. He said, I only have a handful of guys that really, I said, raise your hand if you played in that game last year. And he only had about 7 or 8 guys actually raise their hand. Of course, Jackson Holt, Major Stokes, you had Bryce Strickland, you had Dougie Smith and Ibsen and some of their linemen. They do have 2 or 3 linemen in their back as starters. But a lot of these guys did not get to play on that field. They were role players on last year's team.
Yeah, they got in on special teams doing things, but this is the but, Devin. They were there and watched what it took, and they watched what the kids went through to get to that point, the fight in them not to give up. And you can't put a price tag on that. Being part of the program to see that and knowing we just can't take advantage and just think we're just going to show up and get there.
Absolutely, and they want to do it as a senior class. There's 40 seniors this year that want to leave their mark in Crimson football. And then you got a big group of Stansbury Stallions that want to get back to Rice-Eccles Stadium and prove that they belong on the big stage on K-Jazz at the University of Utah. Both teams are done with warm-ups. We're going to have the national anthem, and the captains are going to exchange coin flips. We'll see who's going to get the football first. But in the meantime, Coach, I just want your thoughts on who is the Findlay Star Watch player tonight. Obviously, one guy that's the X factor that will ultimately have the biggest impact on this game for each team.
Well, obviously, let's start with Stansbury. It's going to be quarterback. He's elusive. He's quick. He's not a big kid, Devin, but he is hard to keep into the pocket. And I think as he goes, that offense and that whole team goes. So I think he's 100% the guy you're going to look on Stansbury.
And he is Reuters. Watch out for Reuters. This kid can play. And for the Mustangs, who are you going with, Coach?
I'm going the quarterback as well. They're going to run the ball well. Van always is going to get his 100 yards, I believe. But as T goes, I think the offense goes.
All right, anthem, quick break. Back with Keys to the Game kickoff. Mustang Stallions coming up next.
Holiday season, enjoy fresh, festive sushi from Kabuto's Sushi and Ramen Bar. Dine in or take out. Customizable rolls and appetizers made by expert chefs. Call 801-822-1752 and make your holiday feast unforgettable.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Great rendition by some students here at Crimson Cliffs of our national anthem as we welcome you back. This is the Boulevard Home playoff game of the week. We do have a doubleheader tonight on the Fan Sports Network. And for those of you listening on radio here to pregame, we are going to get you about 45 minutes, maybe most of the first half, but we will be going to the Utah Tech Arizona Wildcat College basketball game tonight on radio. Ryan Forsey bringing you that game. Rod Zundel is down with the football team as they'll play Abilene Christian tomorrow. We'll have that game live for you on the Fan Sports Network. Very busy weekend for us here on the Fan Sports Network. So just so you know on radio that we're going to cut out of this game, you're going to want to go to the live stream. Again, it's on all our social medias. It's on our YouTube page. Links are up on the fansportsnetwork.com if you want to watch Crimson versus Stansbury in its entirety, or even Hurricane Provo. Both those links are out, and hope you can join us for the entire Friday night. Let's get to the Everbowl. Keys to the game. Everbowl, it's where St. George gets their superfood fix. Their acai bowls are unbelievable in the Red Rock Commons over there in the same complex as Dick's Sporting Goods. And Coach, let's start with the Mustangs. What's it going to be tonight?
Well, obviously they got to contain the Stansbury's quarterback. He has been the dynamite. I mean, he was responsible for 7 of their touchdowns last week. He runs the ball really well. He's quick. He's elusive. They've got to do a good job of not necessarily getting sacks, Devin, but just keeping him in the pocket so he just can't pull it and run. So first and foremost that. Second, they've got to be physical up front. If they can win that battle, Stansbury's got some big kids. They match up really well offensively, especially on the O-line. Big kids, so Crimson's got to be physical and match that. And then Crimson also has to sustain drives. They want to keep Stansbury's high-scoring offense off the field as much as possible, so they got to run the ball well, mix in with a few throws, keep it balanced, and keep them off the field.
It's going to be important for Coach Wayne Alofapo and Andy Stokes. What about for Jason Walker, head coach of the Stallions?
Well, again, it comes back to their quarterback. As he goes, they go. So he has to have a big night, both throwing the ball and running the ball. He's not a big kid, so they've got to keep him upright and keep Stokes and some of those guys off him just because of that. They got to get off to a hot start. Crimson's a team you don't want to let them get up 2 or 3 scores on you because they're not going to be easy to come back on. So I think they've got to get off to a hot start, score, and stay close in there. If not, make Crimson play from behind. Then they also need to win in the trenches. If they can't keep their quarterback upright and there's too much pressure on there, it's going to be a long night for them.
And when we talk about Reitzel, we're talking about Brigham Reitzel. He's the quarterback, but watch out for their leading receiver, who is Lincoln Reitzel. These guys, both juniors, and obviously something running through the family, and it's called good football genes. And the Stallions have won the toss. They have deferred, so Crimson will get the football to start this game tonight. Again, those are your Everbowl keys to the games. Thank you to Everbowl. Nothing like a Saturday. Go get one of their acai bowls packed with superfoods in the Red Rock Commons. Coach Rick Berry, Devin Dixon here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Again, thanks to Finley Subaru, our Star Watch. Coach going with both quarterbacks tonight. And we'll see how the quarterback play is. You got to have good quarterback play if you want to win a state championship or a quarterfinal matchup for that matter.
Well, you really do. And a good quarterback play means you got a good running back as well. You got to be balanced. You get this far in there, you can't be one-dimensional. So you got to have 2 of your running backs on both sides complement your quarterback, and that's going to make him look better. If you can run the ball, you got play action, and that's going to help each offense tremendously.
All right, it's time to play some football. Quarterfinal action underway. Stallions left-footed kick into the end zone, and it will sail 8 yards deep for a touchback. And we'll see Tonawai Andresen, who has put on a clinic. The junior quarterback has some eye-popping numbers, 66 completion percentage. And you knew right out of the gate when they played teams like Provo and Lone Peak in week 1 and week 2, he was not intimidated by the big-time preseason schedule. Of course, they go through region play undefeated. They are your region champs. And he's won 9 straight games as the starter here for the 2-time state champs. He starts in the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It's a run, bounce into the outside, and going to pick up positive yardage, gain of 3, and they've got a 2-headed monster, Van Daly and Cade Shaw. These 2 guys do a little bit different. They're both different style of runners, but both very effective in their own right.
Well, and you go back to T, and one of the things that's impressive that I look at, Devin, too, is the numbers of touchdowns to interceptions.
Yes.
25-7. That means he is matured, first-year starter, People forget that he doesn't make as many mistakes, and he does a really nice job of keeping his eyes downfield and not panicking.
Snap, quick throw, outside, it's caught, makes a man miss, into the open, down the numbers, out across the 35, marked down at the 37, a beautiful pitch and catch, and that was Phillips. One of the seniors who does a little everything, play a little defense, play a little special teams, and making a catch right there. He's one of our Mountain Mike's Mountain Mover Award recipients, Tyler Phillips. Now they'll go running with the moving Van Daly, and he'll pick a chunk yard up and get right out of bounds. And it'll be second down and medium.
You know, Devin, it's a staple, and you've heard me say this of Coach Stokes, running to the boundary because teams tend to overload to the wide side of the field. He takes advantage of that, and they love that boundary side.
Quick hits to Phillips, and then a big hit. Coming up, making that stop, one of the leading tacklers on this team, number 14, that is Danes. But a stick first down catch, just a hitch to the sticks, coach, and it moves the chains. Fabulous Freddy's first
right
down.
Out of the gate, you see Crimson's game plan. It's get the ball out quick, short 4 or 5 yards, and then get some yak yards after.
Andresen as Daly in the pistol, calls for the ball. Get a hand off, outside stretch run, and a good one. And that's actually Cade Shaw, and Shaw into Stansbury territory. That's an 11-yard run, and another Fabulous Freddy's first down.
And again, coming to the boundary, Devin, until Stansbury's going to make that adjustment, Coach Stokes is going to continue to pound that.
They'll run it again, same play, and Shaw's going to take it down to the 36-yard line. A flag flies in late, and we have our first laundry of the evening.
Looks like there is a penalty flag.
For the moment, it looks like about a 6-yard pickup down to the 36-yard line. Travis Roberts is our white hat for this game tonight. It's going to be a hold against the Mustangs. This one's going to be coming back.
Well, one of the things we're really going to have to keep an eye on, Devin, too, is Stansbury plays 6, sometimes 7, 8, up to 9 players both ways. And, you know, your DBs, receivers, you can kind of get away with that a little bit more. They tend to be in better shape. But the big guys up front get gassed a lot easier. So it'll be interesting to see how long Stansbury can play these guys 2 ways.
Andresen trying to set up a screen, and he has it, but it's sniffed out. Beautiful tackle by number 13. I think that's Cephas that got there and made that stop.
Yeah, he was not fooled. He saw the penetration early by the defense. You always teach your kids, if it's too good to be true, it is. And the linebacker play on that was really good of seeing those D linemen get early penetration, and he stayed back and made a really nice play.
Cephas started as an outside backer there, but now he's going to come up to that nose tackle position, and looks like he's going to put some pressure on Tanawai Andresen. Twins to either side after the motion by Jackson Holt. Going to throw. Andresen over the middle. Has a man off the fingertips. Incomplete. Out route. They're trying to find Jackson Holt, and they could not connect.
Well, started to get a little bit of pressure from the outside. He had to get rid of it a little bit earlier than he wanted to, and just overthrew the receiver.
You see Holt, Daly, Andresen walking over the sideline. Talk with offensive coordinator Andy Stokes, who's wearing the Red Kingdom Jordans today. He doesn't have the Chucks on. He's got the J's on today. Andresen going quickly. Has the snap. Rolling out. Designed. He's going to tuck. Here he goes to midfield. Down to the 45. Falling forward. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a pickup of 10. And
really
fourth and 10 now.
Really good decision on T's part there. He got out to the side here. As you can see this. Got a wide open lane here to take it and pull it and get yards. Really, Stansbury dropped back into coverage, and so that gave him an opening lane.
And they almost flinch. It looks like their defensive end is lined up in the neutral zone. No flags there as Crimson appears to be going for it on 4th and 10. It was 3rd and 21, and he got basically 11-yard pickup on that scramble moments ago. And now timeout taken by Andy Stokes. Coach Wayne Alofopo, they want to talk things over.
Well, I think Crimson went into that saying, you know what? We're going to try to draw them. Let's freeze them, and if we can get them to jump and get 5 yards, and then we've only got 5 yards, then we're in really good shape. They thought they had them to jump, but the flags didn't come out.
Timeouts all season long brought to you by Luke Udy. Luke, you know this guy. Great rates on your home, auto, or life insurance. Call Luke Udy & Associates, your local American Family Insurance agent in St. George, 435-251-9102 for your free quote to save. It's not something you think about. I'm going to wake up and shop my insurance, but it's a big deal if he can save you, $20, $40, $60 a month. That adds up quickly. Now the punt unit is on, so they just take a timeout to avoid the delay game, and they'll try to pin the Stallions deep. Ball snap from the Stansbury 42. Little pooch kick on the run. Going to land down inside the 5, and it's going to bounce into the end zone on a hop, and it will be a touchback. Landed in the right spot, just didn't have any backspin on it.
Yeah, good decision by the
punt returner.
Stallion back there. I can't see what number he is, but letting it go. A lot of times you're seeing too many kids on. You always tell your kids, if you're inside that 10 and the punt's coming to you, wave, run up, let it go into the end zone. But you're seeing way too many kids catching those on the 5 and 6 yard line.
Here is Riders, and this kid is having a season. 40 touchdown passes to 9 interceptions. He had 7 total touchdowns, 6 passing, 1 rushing last week in their win, 49-42. He'll hand it off, run off the right side. Ball carried by the senior, Carter Peterson, and he's going to weave his way outside the 26 to the 27.
Really nice pickup on first down. I mean, when you can pick up 7 yards on the ground on your first play there, they got to be happy with that because then it opens the playbook much more.
The House of Jumps stat line on the defense, 27.5 tackles for loss for Major Stokes, and 11.5 sacks is the statistics for the defensive end for the Mustangs. Leading tackler, Dedrick Moore, but only by 3 over Nate Ince. Those two guys have been kind of flip-flopping week to week on who the leading tackler is on the season for this Mustang defense that gives up just 20 points a game. They'll run it again. Peterson, nice couple of moves, and he's going to get the first down out across the 31 to the 32-yard line, a pickup of nearly 5. 2 plays, both on the ground, and a fabulous Freddy's first down for Stansbury.
Well, and Devin, as you can see, Stansbury's skill guys aren't big, but they're quick. They're scout backs. And that is quarterback, I'm including him in there. They're wide receivers, they're running back. They're not big kids, but I tell you what, they are quick. And it's a good job there. They pulled from the left side to the right side, and he stayed behind his puller and picked up some key yards.
See if they go to Lael Rhodes, 66 catches, 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, get in the ball. Nope, they'll stay on the ground, and the quarterback will keep it. He'll take a shot, and he's knocked out of bounds after a pickup of 4, maybe 5. We'll wait for the spot, but another productive play on first down for the Stallions.
Well, you're going to see a lot of that tonight, of him pulling the ball and running. He really is a running back, and they get him in those key positions. He's going to keep that ball and go.
They'll huddle up. No huddle. Mustangs were going quick. Got all the way down to the 41, had to punt. Now Stansbury with their opening drive. No score on our Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard here with 6:46 left in the first quarter. Just getting going. Now, Riders going to throw. Over the middle, Peterson, the running back, caught it. Shy of the first down unless they give him forward momentum, and they might, Coach. Right at the sticks, look like just enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they are moving it. A good job of reading that. They got a receiver into the middle of the field there, a good open target. You always tell your defense and your offense, both sides of the ball, the easiest completions in the middle of the field. The harder completions on the outside. So nice job of running a little skinny post into the middle of the field and a good throw right on the numbers.
Here come the Stallions, Brighton Ryder. Reitzel, I should say, Reitzel. And he's going to throw, showing you that rocket arm on a clothesline and overshot his receiver. Had a step behind the defense. That was Roley, but he overshot him.
Yeah, really had him by a step, Devin. It just more of a line shot throw than putting that ball up in the air and letting his receiver go in and get it. But he did have a step or two on the defender.
Brigham, Brighton Reitzel there with that cannon arm. You'd like to see him put a little more air under that.
Yeah.
But maybe a little adrenaline flowing on that first throw of the game?
Yeah, this early in the game, you're excited to be here. You're a little bit pumped up. So he'll settle down more in there as he gets a few more throws.
I shouldn't say first throw of the game because he had a completion of Peterson out of the backfield, but first deep shot throw that he has attempted on that fade route. Shuffling the defense. Now they'll go quick. Slant route. What a sticky hands catch. Unbelievable catch. Was that Crump, number 6? Or was that Lael?
5,
that was 5.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your leading wide receiver right there.
Well, and he shows you why he's the leading receiver.
Well, second leading wide receiver. That's not Rhodes.
You got to go back and look at this catch here.
Woo! One-handed. That was like Odell Beckham.
Yeah, he's coming in here. Look at this right here.
Tips it to himself.
One-handed.
Unbelievable catch. The concentration by Lincoln Reitzel. Rhodes is 4. Reitzel is 5. Those two guys combining for nearly 100 catches. Quick toss. And it's a quick pitch out to the left side. Running north-south. Get it down to the Crimson 40. Tackled there. That'll be a 6-yard pickup on first down.
You see the quickness that they have at so many positions right there, Devin. He got out, and as soon as he saw a little bit of a gap, I mean, he hit this, and he hit it quick as he takes it and splits the defenders here and gets upfield. They definitely have some quicks in their skill positions.
Major Stokes, among others, there to make that stop. 2nd down and 4. Man in motion. There's Rhodes. Haven't got him a touch yet, and now a whistle. And I think we've got movement. Looks like a false start on the Stallions.
Yeah, those are big penalties and momentum killers. When you have 2nd and 3 or 4, and now you're going back to 2nd and 9, those things really hurt and really slow that momentum down.
Update out in Hurricane. We'll check on that in just a minute for you. Second down and 9, we'll call it. Delayed handoff to Peterson. Peterson shot out of the cannon. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle down inside the red zone. Into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone all the way down to the 17-yard line. The senior Peterson with some good yak yards.
Well, again, I mean, you can't say enough about how quick he hits the hole here. Good vision, good blocking downfield, and then the rest is on him. You know, he broke 3 or 4 tackles. But you got to give the big guys up front some credit. They sustained their blocks at the line of scrimmage and gave him that opportunity to find a gap.
Stansbury marching now. First possession of the game. And it's been a good one so far. Defense bent but didn't break. Forced to punt. Now they are looking and threatening. They'll run it to Peterson. Got a blocker in front of him, following him, and down to the 10-yard line. Another positive play. They're picking up chunk yards on Crimson, something we don't often see against this Mustang defense.
No, and as you watch this, replay, they do a really good job of following the big guy here. Okay, he kicks out the block there. He cuts up inside of him there. So the running backs are doing a really good job vision-wise of seeing where the big guys are, pulling and staying behind them and picking up those big chunks.
Stallions, Mustangs, first quarter action, 3:08 left on the Nets on fire clock. Building champions on and off the court. Gonna throw, quick slant, and it's caught. Makes a man miss. Touchdown into the end zone. Touchdown. That is Lael Rhodes, the senior. That's what he does. He scores touchdowns, Coach.
Well, this is all set up by the running game. I'm telling you right now, when you can run the ball like they were, that play action freezes the linebackers at the line, lets your receivers get behind them and in front of the DBs. That makes all the difference in the world. So chalk that up to a good running game in that first series. And some really good play calling.
Touchdown reception number 15 for Rhodes on the season. And for the quarterback, Reitzel, touchdown. That's what he does. He just slings it. Touchdown number 40, according to Max Preps. And extra point brought to you by Best Friends, Kanab, Utah. Take home your new best friend this month. They're waiving adoption fees the whole month of November. Go to bestfriends.org to learn more. Timeout on the field. 7-0 Stallions when we come back on the Fan Sports Network.
Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile Scooter's Coffee. Open 7 days a week.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Finley Subaru, House of Junk, Bucks Ace Hardware, and City of St. George Recreation.
Glad you're with us here on a Football Friday. Quarterfinals coming at you. State champ will be crowned November 20th, Reichs-Eccles Stadium. Four a quarterfinal games across the state tonight. 2 are down here in our neck of the woods. Hurricane is playing Provo right now, and the Tigers trailing 7-6 in the first quarter. Here, Stallions, after both teams touch the ball once, have a 7-0 lead. How important is this drive for the Mustangs? They proved they could move the ball before the drive stalled out in Stansbury territory on drive number 1.
Well, I think that opening drive was more important for Stansbury than Crimson. I think Crimson can still come back and play from behind.
Sure.
I believed Stansbury couldn't get behind a couple of scores, and they needed Crimson, as I pointed out early, to play from behind. So, great start for the Stallions.
No question about it. We'll see how Tonawai Andresen responds. Out of the shotgun. Ready to go. Puts a man in motion. That's Jackson Holt. Makes it a trip to the near side. He'll hand it off to Cade Shaw. Shaw. Not much there. A gain of 1, and that was it. The hole closed up really quickly on Shaw. Not much he could do on that one.
No, ran right into the strength of the defense there. Big number 78, 70, sorry. He takes up a lot of space in there and plugs a hole and takes on a double team. Again, it's going to be very interesting to see how many plays a lot of these guys that go 2 ways can stay out there.
I was waiting until you tried to pronounce Tossie's last name, and you didn't do it, Coach.
No, I'm giving you his number.
There's a throw outside the numbers. That's a first down catch out there by Phillips. Britton Phillips brings it in, and that'll be a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Good throw on that deep out route, almost a comeback route, and Phillips has been the deep target for this Mustang team since he got healthy. Goes about 6'4", 6'5". We'll see him on the basketball court. They go quickly. And that's Shaw again, another short gain of just a yard, and that was it as he tried to stretch it outside the tackle.
Well, and you see Crimson trying to get in a little bit more of a hurry-up offense mode, which I think is the right thing, to keep these guys going quick and wear down these two-way players.
Andresen puts Holt in motion. And they'll run it up the middle to Daly. Daly with a chunk play. Breaking tackles. Van Daly will pick up 13 into Stansbury territory, down to the 46-yard line. And a huge run. Take another look on the Holbrook replay.
You watch this, and he runs over a would-be tackler here. I mean, he absolutely plants him.
Cashmore was the guy.
He runs hard. He always does, Devin, and he's hard to bring down, especially once he gets past the line of scrimmage.
Cashmore shaking it off a little bit. Now, there is 6 Stallions that have, or 5 Stallions, let me correct myself, that have 60 tackles or more coming into tonight. Cashmore being one of them. So it's not like one dude on defense. They got 5 that really
and it's not a good thing
ball.
When one of your leading tacklers is a DB.
You can see Rhodes dancing around as that near side cornerback. Now Andresen out of the pistol. 4 receiver set, trips to the near side. They'll run it again, up the middle, and not much there for Shaw, but he does get 3, maybe 4. Give him a 4-yard pickup. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. Again, Flynn Companies. So excited to partner with Flynn Companies. They keep you updated on all the scores. Hurricane driving at midfield, trailing Provo 7-6 late in the first quarter. We'll keep you posted. That game on the fansportsnetwork.com. Links are up. It's also streaming on our YouTube page as well as KSLsports.com. Throw into traffic, hit and incomplete. And then a late flag as Tyler Phillips hops back up.
Yeah, that came from the back judge, late flag. Let's look at this. I know they're going to say targeting and helmet-to-helmet contact, but let's see right here. He does lower his head. If you can go back and watch that, that's what they're trying to get away from.
Kai Astle, number 7, is the culprit, I believe, and
we'll pause it. Right here, as you can see, his head's down.
Well, both those guys' helmet is in between Phillips's helmet.
Leads with his head there, and that's what the flag is all about there, is leading with your helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, tough call. It's football at the end of the day, but you got to protect. It's just the new era. But, tell Dan Marino and Jay Schrader and all the quarterbacks of old that they probably wish the rules would have been in effect like they are nowadays. But you can't hit a defensive player, and he was defenseless there. And you're going up high.
I'm going to take the other side of the coin here. You're a DB, and you're running to break up a pass, and the receiver's there. You've got to dislodge it.
Right.
Okay? Those defenseless players are who you've got to dislodge the ball from.
Yes.
So I'm not a big fan of some of the calls that we're seeing on defensive players. I understand when you lead with your helmet, okay.
Launching.
But they're not, a receiver going across the middle is not a defensive player in my mind. Because he knows where he's going. He's going into traffic, and that's where a DB's got to take it.
Yeah, but he was running a hitch route. He had no momentum, and he's just turning to catch the football, and the hit came helmet to helmet. So you're saying that shouldn't have been a penalty flag?
By rule, it is a penalty flag. What I'm saying is I don't like the rule.
They're over-officiating
They're over-officiating it.
That's why they wear helmets. These aren't leather helmets, Coach, like you wore back in the day.
I know, and I'm still standing.
Oh.
I just think we've taken it sometimes a little bit too far. I'm all about safety, don't get me wrong. But I think there's times where
you don't like
there's
the
a
tuck
breakup.
rule.
Well, here's a prime example. Running back ducks his head, and the DB's coming up. What are you going to do?
Yeah, and when he ducks his head into you.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Well, I do agree with that. They do have to call both ways because a lot of times the running back will lead with the head as well, and you hardly ever see that get flagged.
No, very, very, very
I do agree with that, Coach, 100%. And it's football. It's a moving target. Both guys are moving. There's going to be incidental contact when you're trying to tackle somebody. Now, we've got 1 second left here, and there's a stoppage. What is going on? Coach and I were getting into the...
I think Stansbury coaches are really chewing the officials for that flag, to be honest.
Okay, yeah. Travis Roberts and I believe that's Trent Levitt over there, that the two officials that are talking with Coach Walker. So 1st and 10 Mustangs. They're at the 27-yard line, trailing Stansbury 7-0 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. There's 1 second left in the first quarter. And now Coach Wayne Alofapo wants an explanation, which he's getting. And hopefully, at some point soon, we will resume play. Obviously, you get to this point in the season, every play, every call is magnified because it's win and move on, lose and go home. I mean, trip to Rice Eccles on the line for the winner.
We'll see if we can hear.
Okay, so no timeout charge to Stansbury. So they still have 3 left in the first half was the explanation we got. So I guess an official's timeout to talk things through with both coaches, and now we'll resume play. 1st and 10 Mustangs. Last play of the quarter, barring a penalty, Tanawai Andresen has a shotgun looking for the end zone, going up top, has a man behind the defense. It's Phillips, and he overshot him. Britton Phillips couldn't get to that football, and that'll do it for the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. Message from our great partners here. Stansbury has the lead 7-0, but Crimson is threatening when we come back.
St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Asphalt, we don't often think about it, but we use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by 67%, making roads last longer and cost less to own. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Back here, Crimson Cliffs High School, Washington, Utah, just on the boundary of St. George and Washington here. Beautiful night for some football. Devin Dixon, Coach Rick Barry here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth, the start of quarter number 2. 67 degrees right now. Absolutely perfect
night
and
for
no
football.
wind out there, Coach.
No, perfect night for football.
They'll hand it off. First play of the second quarter will be a run play, and Cade Shaw's going to lunge ahead down to the 22-yard line, and he'll pick up 5, and it'll be second down.
That was good by, really nice job by Shaw. He actually avoided contact at the line of scrimmage and made a nice move there. They come back to the boundary again, Devin, where they've had so much success over the year of running to that boundary, and that's kind of their staple. When they need a big play on a running play, it's boundary because, again, which we've mentioned earlier, teams have a tendency to overload to the wide side of the field.
Keep an eye on Madden Smith and Gavin Ibsen and some of those guys down in the trenches. Caden Wilson, among others there. Some of our offensive linemen down there trying to block for Shaw. Again, they do open up a crease. Shaw to second level. Breaks the tackle inside the 5. Taken down at the 3-yard line. First and goal, Mustangs.
Really nice job by the offensive line there.
Watch McFarland here.
As you look,
they got a double team, Coach.
And Stokes pulls, kicks out. And then you have it allows a double team inside the middle. Really nice job blocking up front.
Tanawai Andresen, first and goal Mustangs. Trying to tie this game up. Looking to throw, rolling to the right. Pressure comes, whips it into the end zone. Caught, touchdown Mustangs. Phillips, touchdown. Britton Phillips hanging on the board. And we are a PAT away from being tied. It's a 3-yard touchdown throw from Andresen to Britton Phillips.
Wow, T makes a great throw here. The only place he could put it, he did. And that was under pressure. And as you see that, 2 defenders coming in, and he puts it exactly where his receiver could only get it. Great job of keeping his feet into the end zone. All around great play.
26 touchdown pass for the junior quarterback and the 10th reception by Britton Phillips. And here's the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary extra point. Take home your new best friend, Kanab, Utah. Go take the drive, 90 minutes. Or go to bestfriends.org. It's up and good. We'll take the break. We haven't settled anything. 11:02 left in the second quarter. We're tied 7-7 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Honolulu Grill, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Everbowl, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
Welcome back, everybody. Boulevard Home, making your house more like home for over 50 years. Furniture and appliances by Smart Buy at the Boulevard, bringing you tonight's quarterfinal game. 7-7 after the Andresen to Phillips 3-yard touchdown connection. Returnable, no, it's not. He added 1 foot into the end zone. It will be a touchback. He wanted to return, though, that kickoff return. Started to go, but blown dead. High school rules. Can't bring it out of the end zone. If any part of the body is touching into the goal line, it is a touchback. Still 7-6. Hurricane trailing Provo. Updates brought to you by Flynn Companies. Waiting for a signal, though. And to see if Provo got a big catch or if it was an interception. Looked like joint possession. Stansbury going back to work here. 11 minutes and ticking to go. They'll run right up the middle and a 4-yard, maybe 5-yard gain to the 25. Just shy of the 25, but give them almost 5.
Well, if Stansbury can continue to run and control the line of scrimmage on the offensive line in the run game, they have an opportunity to put up some points because, again, your backers have to honor that run, and then it opens things up on that play action.
Stallions. 3 receivers set. Twins to the near sideline. They'll roll to that side, looking to throw. One deep route, one underneath route, but both blanketed. So Reitzel's just going to throw it away and live to fight another down.
And, I'm really surprised that he just didn't pull it and go when he saw his receivers downfield, because that's typically been his strength, is when nothing is there, he pulls it and goes.
Crowd trying to make some noise here for the home team. The Mustangs is its 3rd down, tied 7-7. 10-12 left. Nets on fire, second quarter clock. Again, as always, we'll be naming a Findlay Subaru star of the game. You'll see the all-star lineup on the saving side of the freeway, Sunland Drive at Findlay Subaru. And a whip pass over the middle, and it's too far out in front. It's incomplete. Trying to find Cephas, and he let him too far, and the punt unit will have to come on for the Stallions.
Yeah, he wasn't quite patient enough on that one, Devin. It's the first time I've seen him pull that trigger a little bit too quick. 2-step back, and he let it go. His receiver was not ready, and to be honest, he needed to get more into the middle of the field than off on that hash.
Jackson Holt back at his own 35-yard line to return this kick for the Mustangs. We'll see if they want to put a return on or try to come after the kicker here. Tie game, 7-7, second quarter. It's 4th and 6. Punter standing inside his own 10-yard. Low snap, great catch. And a low squib kick returnable from the 45 by Holt. And then clipped up at midfield. Pretty good job there by the kicker, number 49. I think that's Benjamin Joyce.
Yeah, he looked like a baseball player.
Their leading
on that one,
tackler on
grounder.
Defense. Yeah, maybe the baseball coach should.
There's a little shortstop back there. A lot of times, Devin, what happens with that?
You'll rush it?
No, they put their knee down.
And they'll
you
down
see
it,
that?
yes.
Yeah, they're down that because they are used to it like a
Going
baseball.
down, yeah.
Exactly.
College and high school, then it's down where the knee touches. But they don't rule that, but still great field position. They're going to start this drive in Stansbury territory. Van Daly bursting through the left side of that offensive line, and that's an 11-yard gain and a Fabulous Freddy's first down. He hits the hole hard, Coach.
He does hit a hole. But here again, you see these two big guys kicking those blocks out there. The guys up front are really opening some big holes for him.
Tonight's game, after a 4-yard daily run again on first down, brought to you by the City of St. George Recreation Department. Junior Jazz signups are underway. Adult and youth sports signups always ongoing, seasonal, depending on what sports you want to play.
Van looks a little gimpy, Devin, on the sideline coming off there. I think he got dinged up a little bit.
Shaw is in. Shaw is blocking. Andresen is running, and Tonawai Andresen took one shot and then took another shot. The second shot, and I think Wyatt Oliver will get credit for the tackle, but it was right at the first down marker, and that'll move the sticks for the Mustangs.
And T's a tough kid, and he likes to run, but you don't like to see him take those kind of shots.
Andresen, though, goes to the shotgun. Under 9 minutes left in the first half. We're tied at 7. Knocking on the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. Shaw with a handoff off the left side. Gets a block all the way down inside the 20. Fighting for yardage on the boundary. Knocked out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him at nearly the 13-yard line. That is a 14-yard run for Cade Shaw.
Well, again, you're seeing big chunks. These guys get out in front and open some big holes, and running backs are doing a really good job of following the big guys and the blockers up in front of them. And until Stansbury adjusts to that, Coach Stokes is going to take advantage of it.
And they'll throw Andresen underneath, caught, short gain, That's a nice catch. Good possession. Truman Horn makes the catch. Truman Horn is another senior. Horn this year hasn't seen a lot of targets, but that is his 11th catch. He does have a touchdown. But Holt came in with 65. Phillips came in with 29, and he missed time. Those are your two big weapons in the receiving game. But a good catch by Horn. Andresen Pistol fakes the run. Shaw trying to help, and he can't get to the block. And there's a flag laid as Cole Tincher just absolutely dealer collision. Big hit on the Crimson quarterback. He's untouched, Coach. Nobody blocked him, and he blows up on Drayson, and Drayson's helmet comes flying off, and that, I think, is what drew the flag, and we'll unsort it now. Shaw, you can see out of position on the play fake, trying to retrace.
Let's go back and watch this. I know Crimson coaches are really upset and on the field, but I'm not so sure his forearm wasn't what came up. And
yeah, it's hard to see from the back angle.
It's hard to see from that back angle.
That's a pretty good play by Tischer. Number 1 there for the Stallions. But again, he's up a little high, and that draws the flag. And it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Here comes Travis Roberts. So they call helmet-to-helmet contact, which caused the helmet to pop off. That's a tough call.
It is, because it's
deflating call for Stansbury, because
you got a big sack that you think you have, and then it ends up being a 15-yard penalty and puts him down. It's only 2nd and 1 to go here. So
what do you do different if you're Cole Tincher?
You've got to have your head
just
to
go
the
lower?
side. You got to get your head to the side. You got to teach the kids as they're coming in there. They can't lead with that helmet straight on. That they've got to get to the side, because if he gets his helmet to the side, it doesn't matter if it's his shoulder or whatever else. He's going to get away with it.
Update from Mountain Hurricane after a TFL there. Loss of 3. Shaw got clipped up in the backfield, went flying. 14-6. Provo leading Hurricane. They've scored again. Again, about 5 minutes from right now, our radio audience, we're going to be getting you down to the Utah Tech-Arizona Wildcat game. Of course, Arizona opened up the season in Las Vegas, that doubleheader, which BYU and Villanova played, and then it was Arizona and Florida. It was a 93-87 win over the defending national champ Gators, which shot them up in the polls. Ryan Forsey going to have the call. Judkins and the Utah Tech Trailblazers started the season 2-0. So for radio, as Cade Shaw is going to take it all the way to the end zone, and they're going to say, touchdown Mustangs. It's going to be Cade Shaw from 7 yards out all the way to pay dirt.
Well, again, it's straight up. It's big on big. You got Stokes pulling, kicking out on the side here, but they're just controlling the line of scrimmage right now, Devin, on this drive. And you'll go back, a big call. And, if that's not a targeting, that puts them way behind the sticks, but big call and a fortunate one for Crimson.
Holt with the hold, and the kick is up and good by Sparks. Jacob Sparks connects on the Best Friends Canap Utah extra point. We'll take the break. Mustangs have their first lead, 14-7, 6:45 left to go. And again, radio audience, if you want to stay with us, go to the live stream tonight of this Crimson Stansbury game. If you're out and about, you'll get Utah Tech basketball coming up, pregame starting in just a couple of minutes here on the Fan Sports Network.
Around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
I'm ready, baby. Put me in. 14-0. Mustangs lead the Stallions here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. And Devin Dixon, Rick Barry, Coach Crimson, big touchdown run, big call there. A couple calls on that drive went the Mustangs' way, and they'll take them. And Stansbury on a couple helmet-to-helmets, one on defense and now another one on a sack on defense. That's their second of the game, and that's kind of hurt them.
It's hurt them because they were both two big plays that added to the drive for Crimson. So, again, as we mentioned earlier, I don't think Stansbury can afford to get another touchdown behind. So I think this drive is important from a field standpoint position. They need to have some good things happen here and stay in the game.
This kick will be returnable from the 1-yard line, and not much doing there for Boston Rowley, as Rowley will be stopped just shy of the 20. 1st and 10 Stallions. Reitzel. We saw Reitzel to Reitzel, the twin combo there, twin brothers on that one-handed catch. We've seen Rhodes get involved a little bit. Obviously, they got some playmakers on offense, and they need to put a drive together. And they got plenty of clock here. 6:37 left in the second quarter. A lot of football left to be played. Crimson leading 14-7, driving starting here from their own 19. Man in motion. That'll put a Twins formation to the near sideline. They'll run right up the middle, and a little crease opened up, and a pretty good run for Peterson as they'll take it out across the 25, and that'll be a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, a good gain on first down. And again, Devin, I just think this is such an important drive for Stansbury. You can't afford to be a 3-and-out and give Crimson good field position again before the half and get down another score. So this has got to be a key emphasis for this offense.
They actually marked it back at the 24. It's still a 5-yard gain, but they didn't quite give them the 25 like I thought. So they'll snap this second down play from the 24. Long conversation. Reitzel was talking over there with the coaching staff. Now he's in the pistol. Man in motion. That's his twin brother. And they'll blow this play dead, and this is going to be a timeout taken by Stansbury. Timeout's brought to you by Luke Udy and American Family Insurance, and we'll take a break with them. Quick 30-second timeout. More football coming up in the quarterfinals. Mustangs leading Stansbury 14-7, 5:40 left in quarter number 2.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
I am too. Keep the pace going, guys.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Dusty Allen killing it tonight. Our
Dusty's
producer,
our man.
D. Allen, has been with us all year long. Eamon Johansson, our cameraman. And, of course, the legendary coach, Rick Barry. I'm Devin Dixon. Glad you're with us on your Football Friday here. As the Stallions facing 2nd down and 5. Going up top and way too far out in front of the intended receiver. That is going to be incomplete, trying to find Rowley.
Yeah, and this juncture, 2nd and 5, Devin, I don't like that play call. I think you got to look at this and say, we've got to move the chains. We got 5 yards on the ground. Either you run another, play on the ground, or you throw a quick little slant or something and get a first down, but throwing basically a Hail Mary at this juncture is not a good play call.
I didn't see if it was a double move or just a straight fade
just
route.
a straight fade route.
Reitzel overshot him by a good margin. Blitz coming, unloading it, receiver screen, caught. And not going to get much, not going to get the first down. Going to be short. Rhodes made the catch, but was tackled. Short gain of maybe 3 on the play, and it's going to be 4th down and a short 2 for the Stallions.
See, to me, that should have been
the second
play call on 2nd down, because now you would have 3rd and 3 or 2, which is very manageable. This is what they couldn't afford to do with 5 minutes left, giving the ball back to Crimson. And really, it's probably going to be pretty good field position here.
Holt is standing at his own 33.5-yard line here. And Joyce, low snap this time, though not on the ground. High kick, and it does not go far. And it's going to back up and go out of bounds at the 43, 44-yard line. Crimson going to have excellent field position, leading 14-7 with the football, starting in Stansbury territory. Just kicked it way too high. Didn't get any drive off that left foot.
Looked like one of my wedges. Even had a little backup.
Yeah. And so the defense for the Stallions is going to be tested here. Mustangs, 1st and 10. They'll put Holt in motion. They'll flip it to him for the first time tonight. They've been running him in motion all night long. He's got a little blocking. He's weaving down the sideline, and he's going to weave his way down inside the 40. They'll finally mark him out of bounds near the 35-yard line, and that's going to be a 9-yard gain for Jackson Holt. Second down and 1. As always, we'll name the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game near or at the conclusion. Shaw, run, tripped up, down he goes. Not going to get the first down. It's going to be 3rd down on 2nd down and 1. Did the turf monster get him, or did he clip him?
No, that was the turf monster, and he had some green grass ahead of him. But, again, Stansbury's got to figure this out of making sure that it
might be Daly or it might be Shaw for a while, because I'm looking at Daly on the sideline. He's got his helmet off. He doesn't look like he's close to coming into the game right now.
Well, when he came out, he was hobbling. There's no question.
Tonawai Andresen going to quarterback keep it, and he is going to pound his way ahead, and he's going to get the first down. It's going to be a gain of 3, maybe 4, depending on when they unstack it here. I'm blocked from the spot, but it's going to be enough for a Fabulous Freddy's.
First down.
So Andresen gets the call there from offensive coordinator Andy Stokes. Of course, spent some time at Dixie. You were with Dixie when Stokes was there, weren't you, for a minute, Coach?
I was, both Wayne and Andy.
Yep. You know these two guys really well. Shaw, this time, good burst. Nobody going to trip him up till he's second level. He's going to take it all the way near the sticks. It's going to be a 9-yard gain for Cade Shaw. And Stokes getting another kick-out block on a pull. Major Stokes getting a lot of recruiting visits in during the course of this season. Got a dozen-plus big Division I offers and probably more to come. And they'll throw out route, caught Phillips, and that'll be down to the 15-yard line. Crimson is humming, and they're going quick, Coach.
They are going quick, and I think that's Stansbury's mistake, to be honest, Evan, of not going quick and huddling and letting the defense, set and get their play calls in. So
run it to the boundary again to Shaw. This time bottled up. Not much there. Pretty smart play there. Tackle made by number 87, Lucas Norman, and he made sure he didn't throw him to the ground out of bounds to get a penalty flag. That was smart by Norman. 2:44 to go. Clock will stop as he went out of bounds. Crimson leading 14-7 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Glad you're with us tonight here. Quarterfinals in the 4A classification. Handoff again to Shaw. Bouncing to the outside now. He'll slip up the middle, down the hashes, tripped up, and he'll fall forward. It'll be a gain of a couple. Give him 3. And it'll be 3rd down and 8. And Crimson slowing down just a little bit here. Don't want to leave Stansbury too much clock. Obviously, they want to score as we're approaching the 2:10 mark left here in the first half. Throwing, Andresen. Out route, caught. Did he stay in bounds? No. No, said the near side judge. He is out of bounds. They said Phillips did not get a foot in.
Yeah, same play that they scored a touchdown on, Devin, where they get 3 receivers to the wide side and throw a quick out route to the boundary, and just a little bit too far outreach here. It's a big 4th down.
4th down for the Mustangs. They lead by 7. Hard count. Nobody moved defensively. Now Andresen and the Mustangs probably going to take a timeout. Timeout on the field. We'll step aside. Quick 30-second Luke Udy, American Family Insurance timeout. Mustangs by 7. Big decision coming. Do they kick the field goal or go for it? We'll find out when we come back on the Fan Sports Network.
Own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home because home is who we are. Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home because home is who we are.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a...
At Finley 30-yard field goal attempt, so decision is made, and the kick is good. Just slips in the left upright, and it is good from 30 by Sparks.
I think both officials looked at each other for a minute and said, "What do you think?" "I don't know. I think it's good." So then they both called it good.
So it is a 17-7, 10-point lead. When we come back with 1:56 left in the second quarter, Mustangs have the lead on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Finley Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Finley Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Friday Night Football playoffs here in the state of Utah. Devin Dixon, Rick Barry. Mustangs get a 30-yard Sparks field goal. They lead 17-7, just under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. And thanks to everybody that jumped over with us to the live stream that was listening on radio. His pregame is now underway for Utah Tech Blazers coach taking on Tommy Lloyd and the Wildcats down in Tucson tonight. Top 15 team in the country. Next couple Trailblazers, I don't know who made Juddy's schedule, but 7 games in the first 13 days of the season. They got some big ones. Arizona State on Sunday as well.
When you're playing the Arizonas of the world, I mean, obviously a great experience for the kids to go play that. It's a tough, but let's face it, those are great money games for the program. You go there and you're guaranteed a good payday, good opportunity for the kids to play in that kind of environment. A lot of fun for them, and you just hope you're competitive and can stay in there and have a lot of fun tonight. And a lot of discussion here, Devin. The officials are going back over to the Crimson sideline. We've got 3 officials talking to them, and I don't know what they could be talking about.
Yeah, not sure. I mean, it's out of a timeout, and after a field goal, and I'm not sure what the conversation is. 1:56 to go. Coach Wayne Olofopo is pointing at almost the scoreboard, it appears, right now, Coach. I don't know if we can get a shot of that on the near sideline, but the conversation waning on, and we are at a standstill. Gives us a chance to thank some of our great sponsors while they sort this out. Holbrook Asphalt. If we get over 25 points tonight, fans, you win. If you go to the St. George Yogurtland, you get buy one, get one free. You want 5 ounces, 10 ounces, load it up. The second one, the same or less amount, is free. Holbrook Asphalt is paying for it with our Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert. And if you're hungry after the game, man, we got some great restaurants. Make sure and tell them thanks for sponsoring high school football. Cabuto's, Handles, go to Roney's Mac Bar, now in the Red Cliffs Mall. Everbowl, Great Harvest Bread Company. Lots of choices for you from some of our great sponsors. Scooter's Coffee out in Hurricane, our stat sponsor. We'll be diving deep on the stats coming up here in the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show. By the way, the Hurricane Provo game let's get you an update on that. Updates brought to you by Flynn Companies. 20-13 is our score right now. Provo is leading Hurricane late in the second quarter out in H-Town. So Provo by a touchdown.
You know, the only thing I can think about is the officials talking again about was that field goal good or not? Because the motions you keep saying, you seeing Coach Wayne talking
Dusty,
and throwing
can we go
up
back
there.
To the field goal?
There's a big confusion, and both Andy and Wayne are totally flabbergasted of whatever the conversation is.
Dusty, our producer, see if you can pause it right around the time it's above the sticks. It's above the sticks here. Pause. I mean, it's going to be impossible for us to tell from this angle. I mean, the best angle is the referee standing on the goalpost. So whatever, and you're right, Coach. They both kind of are looking. Well, this one's looking at the other one,
and they're calling it.
They're saying no good. The problem I have is the left side official is looking at the other official who's looking up. I wish that guy on the left goalpost would have been looking up. Did you notice that?
Well, immediately on the kick, you saw the Stansbury kids waving that was not good.
Yeah.
And I think both officials kind of took a second, and there had to be another official come and override what the officials underneath were calling. I've never seen this in all the years.
Taking points off the board?
Yeah, I've been involved in coaching football, Devin, of two officials saying it's good, and then all of a sudden they're ready to kick the ball off, and officials getting together and say, you know what, I think we made a mistake. I don't think it's good.
So it's going to go back to 14-7, and we still will not. We don't need a kickoff now. They're going to go put the ball back at the spot. The holder was at the 20, so about the 18-yard line they'll spot this or so, somewhere around that, Coach. Is that right?
Yeah, it goes back to the spot of where the ball was. So Stansbury's offense will be coming out and Crimson's defense.
Huge break for the Stallions. And a huge call, but you got to get it right. And we didn't have an angle that was conclusive either way.
We can't tell from the angle that we have, Devin.
Yeah, so they're going to spot this. Have they put the football down yet, Coach?
No.
Dusty, go back to the kick. I want to see where
there.
the spot is. We're making Dusty work way too hard on a Friday night. Go back to that kick. Ball is actually
17.
about the 12 or 13. About the 13. I was off there. I was thinking I was right on the hold. It was from the 20, but usually about 7 yards ahead. So about the 13-yard line is, I'm guessing, where the ball will be spotted. I think that's what they're talking about now. Where do we spot the football?
Or they're still talking about, can we take the points off the board? I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, well, they're still conferring. We'll take a quick break. Message from our partners. We'll let you know if they change anything when we come back on the Fan Sports Network. For the moment, we don't know if it's 14-7 or 17-7, but we'll tell you when we return.
Child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
All right, so moments ago while we were in commercial break, our officials have deemed the field goal no good.
And, Devin, you want them to get it right, but I've never seen two officials say it's good.
Well, now, why are they spotting the ball at the 20? But they're going to spot the ball at the 20, and Stansbury's going to run a slant. It's caught outside. It's Rhodes out near the 40 and slung down there. About a 20-yard pickup for the Stallions, who have new life here with under 2 minutes left in the first half. Sorry to cut you off, Coach.
No, crazy turn of events, Devin. Like I said, I've never seen that before when officials both say it's good. And again, you want it to be right. You got to get it right in fairness of both teams. But I've never seen that happen where another official came after and said, I think you guys got it wrong.
1st and 10 Stallions. Reitzel fires it off the hands of the intended receiver. Too hot to handle upstairs, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Do you ever think we'll see a day, maybe not in our lifetime, but someday where there's instant replay infiltrates the high school system?
No. I hope not.
I mean, we got automated strike zones in baseball
I know
coming.
you want to get things right, but I don't want to slow the game down to the point where now you can throw your flag from being a coach and saying, I want instant replay on that.
I do like what they've done in the NFL, speeding up the replays, though.
Oh, absolutely.
It is way faster.
When they
this
first
year.
started, it took forever.
2nd down and 10, Stallions. Clock stops on the incompletion. Reitzel over the middle, complete. It's going to be a gain of 12 down into Crimson territory. Catch made by Roley, and that'll be a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Here comes Stansbury.
See, I still say Stansbury's taking too much time and letting Coach Wayne get his defense set. The calls coming in. I think a hurry-up offense really is the way to go when you're playing against Crimson.
Looking to throw. Reitzel rolling to the right. Now right at the boundary, lets it go. He's just throwing it away. Nobody open. Stopping the clock with 1:08 left before the break. And Crimson now leading after they took the points off the board, 14-7. Now remember, Stansbury won the toss deferred, so they will get the football to start the second half. So this could be a big drive if they could tie this game and get the football, Coach.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And with a minute, you still have plenty of time. You know, they don't need to force anything, but I'd still like to see them in a hurry up just from a standpoint of getting up to the line and getting a snap off.
2nd down and 10. Trailing by 7, Stallions in Crimson territory. Reitzel looking to throw. Pressure comes from Stokes, and it is incomplete. Trying to check down underneath the Rhodes. Looked like Major Stokes let up and came over to said, hey, sorry about that to Reitzel. I mean, he said something. He went back over to him.
And it's a good thing that Major had the pressure because Rhodes was wide open in that flat and probably could have got another first down. So good pressure by Major coming off that edge.
Yeah, it was right in front of the referee, too, and no late hit. It looked like he definitely let up. There was still contact, but it certainly didn't unleash the boom. And here we go. Crowd trying to make some noise for the Mustangs defensively on 3rd and 10, and now a timeout taken. This feels like a playoff game. Every play matters, doesn't it, Coach?
Oh, it is. You know, it's do or die. You got to, you lose, you go home. So, again, this is what makes high school football so fun. 2 good teams battling, and this is the way it should be.
14-7 Mustangs, 1:01 to go here in the first half. 3rd down and 10 for Stansbury. Both coaching staffs talking things over. Update. 21-13, Provo has the lead in the second quarter. It's not went to halftime yet, so an 8-point lead. Somewhere along the lines, Hurricane missed an extra point, and that's why they trail by 8. Provo does have the football driving in Hurricane territory. So that is an update brought to you by Flynn Companies, and we will keep you posted. We'll go deeper with all the scores around the state playoffs at our halftime show presented by Great Harvest Bread Company. We'll get you some Scooters, coffee, halftime stats, and more. Rhodes in motion, snap to Reitzel, quick pitch. Now a trick play, maybe a throw. No, he's going to tuck, he's going to run, and Peterson wisely gets out of bounds. Nobody was open downfield, or at least he didn't want to risk trying to force it in there.
Yeah, it's a good job of not forcing the ball and taking what was given to him. It makes it a manageable 4th and 4 instead of throwing into coverage and getting that ball picked.
So 4th down. Offense staying on the field from the Crimson 41-yard line. Big play here. With 55 seconds to go in the half, if you turn it over here, Crimson might still be able to do something with it with good field position. If you can keep going, you might be able to tie this game knowing you get the second half kickoff. Pressure coming. Right, so it's totally sacked! He is sacked all the way back at the 42-yard line by Dedrick Moore.
Yeah, that's a big mistake of taking that sack. As soon as he saw pressure and they brought 6 from up front, he sees that pressure right there. He's just got to get rid of it. He cannot afford to take that because now that puts a short field still with 47 seconds left for Crimson to try to put some points on the board.
Yeah, certainly almost in Sparks field goal range now. Probably just need about 20 yards, and they definitely would be in field goal range, maybe even a little less than that. Sparks had plenty of foot on that 30-yarder, but he missed it wide left. That was the controversial play where they called it good, but then changed the call and took points off the board. Again, Utah Tech basketball underway on the fan radio. Here we are on the live stream, staying with you. And Tonawai Andresen going up top, and it is caught by Jackson Holder. Intercepted. It's intercepted. He ripped it away. Holt couldn't come down with it. And interception, who was it? Was it 9 or 14?
It looked like number 14, and you're right. It looked like it was a completion.
That was Danes.
Is a little bit underthrown here.
Danes.
You see that they both
had it
originally, and he does a really nice job of pulling that away from him. I think he's just got underthrown just a tad bit, enough to let him come back and get his hands on the ball.
Oh, if the way this second quarter has went, we are in store for a whale of a second half, Coach. Devin Dixon, Rick Barry here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Now, just 39 seconds, and the interception happened inside Stansbury's own 20, so we got a long way to go to get in a field goal range, but they got a 3-receiver trip set to the far side of the field, but they're going to run it. It's Peterson. Peterson up the middle, and he's going to get it out across the 22 to the 23. Tackle made by Tristan Payne, the senior D lineman.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're in a hurry, Devin. I think with them knowing they're going to get the ball in the second half, they're just going to let the clock run out, maybe run one more running play, and get back into the locker room.
We'll break the huddle here. Clock ticking down to now 10 seconds left in the first half. And they'll run it again. And a little crease up the middle. Second level out across the 35 to the 38-yard line, but that'll do it. That'll be the last play of the half. And a good one it was. The Mustangs at home, the 2 seed, leading the 7 seed in the 4A state football playoffs by a score of 14-7. Coach, give me your reaction from that first 2 quarters of play.
Well, crazy. A lot of big plays. I mean, you had two penalties that really helped Crimson on their second drive that were targeting, that really helped them off of that. A crazy call at the end where they called a field goal good and then took the points off the board. But I think you see the game plan for both teams. I think both teams want to run the ball. They want to get at a point where they can get some play action and throw the ball. But it's like I said earlier in the game, Stansbury couldn't get behind by 2 scores where I thought they were in trouble. So they've done a nice job of keeping it 1 score, and I think the second half is going to be very important, Devin, at the second half kickoff. Can Stansbury do what they did on that opening drive, where they ran the ball really well, moved the ball down, and kept and sustained a drive? So I think that's going to be the key, because if it's 3 and out and they kick it, Stansbury, I don't think, can stop Crimson. So they've got to keep up with them score-wise.
All right, our Wilkinson's score at the half. Wilkinson's House of Lighting bringing you the halftime score, 14-7 Mustangs. When we come back, extended timeout, we'll come back with our halftime festivities. Scores from around the state in the playoffs. We'll check in on the Utah Tech-Arizona college basketball game. We'll get you ready for the weekend, and stats and highlights from the playoff games tonight in the state of Utah. So busy in our Great Harvest halftime show when we come back. 14-7. Mustangs have the lead at the break.
Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out, with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be, handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Warning, what you're about to hear may impact your dinner plans. The viral mac and cheese place you've seen online has made its way to town. Imagine build your own mac with fan favorite toppings like smoked brisket all the way to the controversial pineapple. Try it at the Red Cliffs Mall in St. George or in front of BYU in Provo.
Handel's Homemade Ice Cream is now open on River Road by Sprouts.
Come enjoy 48 flavors made fresh daily.
Cones, sundaes, shakes, and quarts to go.
Handel's Happiness served daily on River Road.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Asphalt. It's not something we often think about, but we all use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt knows how vital good roads are for our communities. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by an incredible 67%. This means your pavement assets last significantly longer and cost less to own. Holbrook Asphalt, world-class pavement preservation right here in Southern Utah. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Hey, it's Luke.
With better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Hey, have you tried the St. George Stretch Lab? It'll help boost your athletic performance, help you feel less restricted in your movements, knock out those nagging aches and pains, and melt away your stress. Right now at the St. George Stretch Lab, get an intro stretch for just $39. That's $30 off. Mention keyword radio.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to House of Jump, where gravity meets excitement. Jump, dunk, and dodge your way into a world of laughter and adrenaline. Whether you're a high-flying pro or just looking to defy gravity, House of Jump is where the thrill begins. Elevate your fun, slam dunk like a champion, and dodge obstacles with style. House of Jump is where every moment is a soaring adventure. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to our house, the House of Jump, or purchase Jump Time online at houseofjump.com.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main. From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different...
Hey, everybody, we are back. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show. Start your day with their delicious breakfast. Grab a couple loaves of their fresh, made-from-scratch bread, or grab a delicious lunch. They even do catering, too. Maybe great for your next team get-together. Lots to do here in our halftime report as Crimson is leading 14-7 over Stansbury. Stansbury will get the football to start half number 2. Let's start with the scoring recap, Coach, really quickly, and then we'll get some scores from around the playoffs in the state of Utah and check in on the Utah Tech-Arizona college basketball game. And right now, again, 2 touchdowns. The first one was Britton Phillips, and Britton Phillips takes it in for the touchdown. And then the second one was Cade Shaw on a 6-yard run. Those are the 2 touchdowns for Crimson. Ladarius Rhodes caught the touchdown pass from Brighton Reitzel for the only score of the game. They did take the Sparks field goal off the board. For a moment, we thought it was 17-7. They conferred, and they took the points off the board after they originally had signaled it was good. Our replay was inconclusive, so we did not have the angle from the end zone to check to see if it was or not because it was high above the goalpost.
Well, it's like we said, Devin, we want the officials to make the right call, but it's just very strange that they do call it good, 2 of them. And I don't know what official came in and said, wait a minute, we need to converse on this. And they got together, talked about it for about 5 minutes, talked to the other coaches, and decided that the kick was not good. So yeah, a very strange event happened there.
So 14-7 is our halftime score. Let's check on the other 4A playoff games, then we'll check on 5A, 6A, and 3A. Provo in the Tigers' den right now, Coach, leading 28-13, and they are at the half. So Provo has the lead at the break. So Tigers want to break the streak. They haven't made the semifinals since 2014 to Rice-Eccles Stadium. They're going to have to come from behind down 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that surprises me. You know, I really thought Hurricane Speed would really give Provo a lot of problems, you know, especially as many two-way players as they have. Don't know any details. Don't know if there's turnovers or whatever, but I am surprised by that score.
All I can tell you is in this game, Titan Borchard scored a touchdown, and Brody Jacobs had another one, but the Provo Bulldogs scored 2 touchdowns in the first, 2 in the second. Garrett Orchard, their quarterback, has ran 1 and thrown for 2. So quarterback for the Bulldogs playing really, really well. Other 4A scores. Ridgeline, 35-0 at the half. They are spanking Park City, Coach.
Well, and I heard from one of the Ridgeline coaches before this game, Devin, that Park City gave them a lot of locker room material of, hey, they don't know what they're in for. We're such a much better team than when we played them early, and we're going to go up and show them what we're all about. Well,
that's not happening.
That didn't happen.
No, 35-0. That game's pretty much over against a team as good as Ridgeline. The other game, both teams got upset wins down here in Region 9 last week. Green Canyon Skyline, halftime there in a few minutes. It's still second quarter. Last reported score, about 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Green Canyon on the road, leading 14-7 over Skyline. Earlier today, this game, I think it was a 10 a.m. kickoff. Cedar beat Juab in the semifinals 23-16, so they stay undefeated. They are into the state championship. Their first year dropping out of Region 9 down to the 3A ranks, and Cedar has punched their ticket to the state championship game where they will meet Manti. Manti beats Morgan 42-28. So Manti-Cedar is your 3A state championship.
I got to tell you, Devin, that score, especially how lopsided it is, really surprised me because Morgan has really gone through everybody this year. They've beaten a lot of big teams by, some pretty big margins. And I'm really surprised to see that score.
Cedar did beat Manti at home in the regular season, 51-27. So we'll see what the rematch brings in the 3A state championship game. Congrats to the Cedar Reds punching their ticket. The 1A semifinals, Rich beat Whitehorse 50-8. I still haven't seen a score on Milford and Monticello there to see who will meet in the finals. Some 5A scores for you. Orem blanking Woods Cross 21-0 in the second quarter. Fremont leads Brighton 7-6 late in the second quarter. Springville in the fourth quarter leads Box Elder 28-21. And West has beaten Bountiful by a final score of 14-3. 6A scores. Skyridge up 35-10 on American Fork. American Fork knocked Lehigh out in a barn burner last week, and now Skyridge is up by 25 at the half. Mountain Ridge, the Sentinels leading Harriman 14-8. That's at the half. Lone Peak has won. They beat Davis. The Darts go down to the Knights 41-38. And Corner Canyon has won 56-14 over Syracuse. So those are all of your scores around the state in football playoff action. Right now, a college basketball score. They're about halfway through the first half. Number 13, Arizona. Home opener for the Wildcats and Tommy Lloyd taking on your Utah Tech Trailblazers 21-14. That game on radio on the Fan Sports Network. Also on TNT and True TV and HBO Max tonight. So if you get home tonight and want to watch that, Tech is down by 7 halfway through the first quarter. Utah Tech won their first 2 games and is 2-0 on the young season. The football team will be on the road at Abilene Christian, ranked 18th in one poll, 20th in the other poll. Pregame starts at noon tomorrow on the Fan Sports Network. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff. Of course, SUU is on the road at Eastern Kentucky, also a 1 o'clock kickoff. They got to win out if they want to make the playoffs. If they can beat Eastern Kentucky, 2 4-5 teams, they'll be back to 500 with 2 games to go. Some easier back-end games. It's still conceivable that SU could maybe get one of those final bursts into the FCS playoffs. But the big game in the state of Utah is in the Big 12, BYU at Texas Tech tomorrow, Coach.
Yeah, 10 o'clock early Mountain Time.
Game day is there in Lubbock.
So game day. And, you know, it's interesting. I saw it somewhere today that any time that BYU has been on ESPN game day, they haven't played well. You know, it's different than Fox when Fox was in Provo, but the ESPN game day, they've had it a couple of times and they haven't played well. So let's hope they break that spell. And you know, you asked me earlier about what I thought about BYU's chances, and I said I like their chances as long as they can keep the game close. But I don't think they can get behind, too far and come back on that.
Here inside of our Great Harvest halftime show, Great Harvest Bread Company. Appreciate those guys. Go grab a meal on a Saturday. Tell them thanks for sponsoring high school football. Some college football scores. UCF leading Houston 10-7 midway through the second quarter. Jake Retzlaff and Tulane tied with Memphis. If you look at the college football rankings, Memphis leads the non-group of 5. They're at the 12th spot in the rankings. And it's 7-7. It's just getting underway on ESPN. Can't watch that if you have YouTube TV. They're in a contract dispute. Also, Big Ten game tonight. Number 19 USC scores first. They lead Northwestern 7-0. That game is on Fox right now. So you're all up to speed here inside of our halftime show. All the score updates brought to you by Flynn Companies. First half scoring brought to you by Scooters Coffee. All right, final break. Come back. Second half kickoff and coaches adjustments. Stick with us. Crimson leading 14-7 over Stansbury. Stansbury will get the football first to start half number 2.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Halftime in the books here in less than a minute. Crimson leading Stansbury 14-7. Winner will get the winner of the Green Canyon Skyline game, which is 14-7 also. Identical scores at the half. Skyline is losing at home to Green Canyon. So both these two teams worried about winning, but then they'll be checking that score immediately after the game to see who they'll play at Rice Eccles Stadium. The 4A has the 11 o'clock games on the 13th and 14th next week. So they'll be split up. So we'll be up there radio only on those games for us on the Fan Sports Network. All right, let's go back to the keys to game, Coach, and talk second half adjustments and see how the teams did in the first half on the keys you thought were important tonight.
Well, on the Crimson Cliff side, they needed to be able to contain the quarterback, and they really have. But I'm curious. He has not pulled the ball and ran like he normally does. So I don't know if we'll see that in the second half, but they have contained him and done a nice job. We talk about being physical. Offensive line's been very physical and done a great job. They've run the ball very well. They've been pulling and following the pull, so they have done a good job on being physical up front and sustaining drives. Over on Stansbury, good QB play. He's made a couple good throws. The
slant route has been there.
Yeah, it's been there, but he's also overthrown a couple of times where he's just thrown the ball out. So I look for him to run a little bit more and get more involved. Hot start, they did. They did a great job on that first series, taking the ball all the way down, and then they got to win in the trenches, which they did run the ball well that first series. Then they kind of got away from it. So them getting the ball in the second half, Devin's going to be key for them of sustaining that run again, which will open up the passing game.
It will be Stansbury football to start half number 2. Mustangs leading by 7, 14-7. Kickoff end over end and into the end zone on a bounce, and that will be a touchback. A full moon has crested in the distance here. Just a beautiful night. Temperatures lovely, 63 degrees here at Crimson Cliffs High School. Not a drip of wind, and just may the best team win in the second half for a trip to Rice-Eccles Stadium. Here comes the Mustang defense. Nate Ince, Dedrick Moore, Major Stokes, and company ready to go. And Brighton and his twin brother Lincoln and Rhodes and company trying to march right down the field, maybe knot this game up and still some momentum here to start the third quarter. First will be a pass. It's intercepted, and it's a pick six by Dedrick Moore. It's a touchdown for the Mustangs. Are you kidding me? Wow. How about that? He threw it right to Moore, who was getting out in the flat, and he runs into the end zone for the pick six.
Well, not the start that you want for Stansbury. It's a little RPO. Let's go back again if we can see that really quick here. So it's an RPO, a run-pass option here. He's not even looking and does not see him getting into the area of the flat there. So not a good job or a good start by Stansbury on that opening drive.
No, Dedrick Moore is just getting out there, and he's just got that flat. And a good reaction to get his hands up high.
But a bad mistake on Stansbury's part.
Right, so with the interception return for the touchdown, the Sparks extra point is up and good. And just like that, it's 21-7 Mustangs on the Wilkinson's House Alighting scoreboard. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Dedrick Moore making a huge play. You're thinking, hey, they get the ball, they go down, maybe tie this game. Instead, it pick six. Exactly what Coach Wayne Olofopo and this Mustang defense wanted. By the way, this has been a very opportunistic defense. Interceptions, I mean, a lot of guys have that's the 15th interception of the season. So they're averaging more than one a game. They're averaging about 1.4 a game. And it's spread out. Langston has 3. That's Dedrick Moore's 3rd interception. Hoffine leads the way. He's got 4. So those are some of your interception leaders on the season for the Crimson Cliffs defense. Dedrick Moore having himself a night out of that sack back in the second quarter, and now a pick six. He's making the case for our Findlay Subaru star of the game. This kick is going to be returnable from the 1 for the Stallions. Boston Rowley starts up the middle, now bounces out to the outside. He'll get it to the 23-yard line and taken down there.
Well, this is going to be interesting to see now, Devin, of Stansbury's, philosophy here of, okay, we're 2 scores down to the defending champion. We got to be patient. You don't want to see them get out of their game plan. They need to take and sustain a drive and get back in this game and not panic and say, okay, now we got to start slinging it. Because if they do, they're going to be in trouble.
Right, so for him, it's only his 10th interception of the season, and he's thrown 40 touchdown passes. 40 touchdowns, 10 picks, great touchdown-interception ratio. But that one was costly. And now he's got to kind of be like Groundhog Day and short-term memory loss here and go right back to work. Not much time to dwell on it. He'll hand it off. Peterson will feel his way, and he's drilled down there. Dealer collision, big hit by Tristan Payne. Major Stokes helping early in the tackle. And they got a gain of 1.5 or so, and that was it. We'll give them 2, so we'll call it 2nd down and 8. Dealer Collision Center, your choice. You choose who fixes your vehicle. If you've been in a minor collision or a major accident, choose Dealer Collision Center, proud sponsor of Region 9 football and our big hit sponsor all season long. 2nd down and 8 out of the gun. They're going to throw. Reitzel looking, swings it out of the backfield. It's caught. And he's going to be taken down for another gain of 2. That's going to be 3rd down and 6. Good tackle low there to minimize that gain.
Yeah, really good open field tackle there and minimize that gain there. This is a big, big play, in my opinion, Devin, for Stansbury. They can't afford to go after that pick 6, go 3 and out here.
Dedrick Moore again with that tackle. He is having himself a game. A sack, a pick six, solo tackle there. What will he do next on defense for the Mustangs?
Well, I look for Crimson to bring some pressure here, and here they come.
Here they come. They off the edge. And now rolling to the right, throwing on the run. It's going to be caught, but short of the line to gain. No, that's going to be enough for a first down. Sorry, looking at the wrong yard marker there. It's going to be a pickup of 8, and that'll be a huge first down to keep this drive alive. They needed that play.
Yeah, they definitely need that. Now, that's the play we anticipated to see from the quarterback position for Stansbury, is using his speed, getting outside of that pocket, avoiding the rush. Crimson brought 6 on there, keeping his eyes open in the downfield, because he is a very quick and a good runner back there. So we didn't really see a lot of that in the first half.
9:48 and ticking here in the third quarter. 21-7 Mustangs. Reitzel going to throw. Double pumps it, slings it out of the backfield, and big hit, and he is dropped. How about that tackle by number 11, Lincoln Langston? Took the feet right out from under him. Peterson went down quickly.
Quick going to the flat, and you can see him right there. Went low and really made a nice open field tackle.
And it was Langston that was blitzing, but then guarded Peterson out of the backfield and kind of audibled out of the blitz on his own to pick up the back out. This time he had back out on the other side, and that's a TFL for Lincoln Langston. Mentioned that he has 3 interceptions as well this year for the Crimson Mustangs defense. Second down and 11 after the loss of 1. They're about to start the second half out in Hurricane with the Provo Bulldogs leading 28-13. Update brought to you by Flynn Companies. And another stop, this time Bryce Strickland got to Peterson and takes him down for a gain of only 1 on the play. Not much there, Coach.
Well, again, I would like to see Stansbury from that standpoint go hurry up. Because when you huddle and take this much time, you allow Crimson's defense and Coach Wayne to dial up some of those blitzes. They love to blitz. They bring guys from all over different places, and that allows them to get the calls in. But if you go hurry up on there, they've got to go a little more vanilla. So I think Stansbury's playing right into Crimson's hands.
Third down and 9. Reitzel going to throw. It's an out route to the sticks, and it's caught. And throws it and hits his twin brother. Nice diving, sliding catch there. He's got that, protective extra layer on the helmet. And nice catch there by Lincoln Reitzel. And just enough for a first down. Needed 9, got 9.5 there. And that's a fabulous Freddy's first down for the Stallions. That's 2 big third down conversions on this drive already.
Well, it's nice to see them that they're not panicking. They're sustaining a drive. After that, it's easy to panic and get out of your game plan. So they need to stay and sustain this drive.
They'll run it. Peterson bouncing to the outside to the numbers into Crimson territory to the 48, and he's gang tackled by a whole Stang gang. Wild horses tonight, Stallions and Mustangs, Coach. Who can tame who?
Good question. We'll find out at the end of the game.
Right now, Stansbury, after throwing that pick 6, would love to get those points right back. Approaching the midway point of the third quarter here. 7:10 left on the Nets on Fire clock. Again, we'll be naming a Jersey Mike sub of the game. A guy that we think came in and had an impact as a role player in this one tonight. Reitzel looking to throw. Brighton fires. Boston Roley catches. Gets about 4 or 5 yak yards. Well, maybe 3 as he broke the initial tackle there of Langston and got a couple more to move the sticks yet again. Another fabulous Freddy's.
First down. And I really like the balance that we're seeing on this possession from Stansbury. They've run the ball fairly well. He's picking and choosing, his receivers. It's pretty balanced, 50-50 of where they're going, and they're moving the ball. So I give him credit for not getting out of that rhythm and game plan after that pick 6.
Still not in any kind of a hurry here. And it's a design quarterback draw up the middle. Reitzel has some room. First down and more. Weaving his way to the boundary. Down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 15 as he gets out of bounds.
And that's where he's dangerous. And again, Devin, I mentioned this earlier. I'm surprised we did not see this in the first half, especially with the pressure. When you're playing a team that's going to blitz a lot and bring 5 and 6 sometimes, that QB draw is a great play. And with his speed and quickness, it's a perfect play for them when they think they're going to get some pressure.
Cameron Olave ends up running him out of bounds, gets credit for that tackle. 1st and 10 Stallions. Man in motion makes it trips. They'll run it up the middle, and nothing there. Into the backfield, Major Stokes there waiting, and another TFL for Major. He's a beast, Coach.
He is a beast. And you know what? You look at it and say, how are we going to slow him down? So we're either going to have to chip him or we're going to have to eliminate him. He does a really nice job, Devin, anticipating the count.
And he looped to the inside there.
So I think if I'm Stansbury, I'm going to give a couple of hard counts at times and make these guys, change up your cadence. You can't come on, the first call there. You've got to do a few things different because he is so quick off the line.
Looking to throw Brighton Retzel. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Interception. I think it's Austin Benson. Yes, Benson with the interception, but there is a flag down in the end zone.
And I think it's after the play. It may be unsportsmanlike, of taunting or saying something. But
here's the replay brought to you by Holbrook Asphalt. Is there any pass interference? I didn't see any contact there.
No, it's
there's a hit by
here.
Langston. Yep.
Yeah.
After the play, knocked him down there.
But, Stansbury didn't need to throw this ball. You're moving the ball, you're getting yards, you're moving the chains. There was no reason to force it into the end zone into coverage.
So there's an illegal lineman downfield, and then there's a personal foul. It's an interception. Will stand, and Crimson will take over, leading 21-7. And what momentum it looked like they were getting on this drive is sniffed out quickly by Austin Benson. So 2 interceptions on both the first 2 drives of the third quarter for the Stallions. First one was the dagger as it goes for a pick 6 by Dedrick Moore. And this one in the end zone, Benson takes it away. So they'll go out to the 20. And then they'll back it up to the 10 on the penalty post-play. 1st and 10 Mustangs with under 5 to go third quarter. They'll run it out wide and nothing there. Shaw is wrapped up, and he is going to be taken down for a loss. Big stop by Big 75 there for the Stallions.
76.
Or 76, thank you, Coach. But I don't have a 76. Why don't I have a 76?
I don't know. Change
none of my
jerseys at
roster.
halftime.
None of my roster. I apologize. See if I can find it. Yeah, could have changed jerseys. But a TFL, give that young man credit. Shotgun, Andresen, looking to throw. Steps up, hit as he throws, and it is going to be caught. What a catch by Jackson Holt. Out at the 30-yard line, and that is a Crimson Fabulous Freddy's first down.
And there's a flag also on this play, Devin, but that was, T was getting hit as he was throwing and made a great play of just getting it down and letting his receiver make a play here.
Heck of a job there by Andresen. Pocket awareness. Pretty impressed with this junior quarterback. He's grown up right before our eyes, Coach.
Well, he has, and we've talked about it all year, being the first-year starter and the ability that he's done, and he's really embraced Coach Stokes' offense, plays within the system, and he just looks like he's been back there for 2 or 3 years.
Hurricane is driving on their opening second-half possession, down 28-13, but they are near the red zone of Provo. We will keep you posted. Back here to live action. Shaw off the right side. Big run out to the 40. And that's going to be enough for another first down for the Mustangs. Well, they're not going to give him the first down. Now they're going to move
Now
the
they
sticks.
go.
Nose of the ball is right there at the 40, so they're going to give it to him.
And it does look like Shaw's going to be the featured back, Devin, in the second half. I don't see Van out there, do you?
I could kind of see that early in that game when you said he left a little ginger and then had his helmet off. Didn't look like he was planning on coming back into the game. Obviously, up by 14 right now. Shaw very capable. Got a lot of work this year. You'd love to have Van Daly healthy for the semis. Of course, you got to win this game to get to the semis. Not sure of the details on the injury, but I agree with you, Coach. Looks like he might not be coming back in this game. I don't even see him down there, do you?
I don't.
Scan the sideline for number 5, and I can't locate him. They'll flip it on an end around to Phillips. Phillips going to be hit and dropped, but he will pick up 4 yards out to the 44-yard line, and it'll be second down. Or excuse me, it'll be third down.
3rd and 6. This is a big third down play for Stansbury to be able to stop this momentum that Crimson has, and they've really shot themselves in the foot, Devin. Of 2 interceptions on 2 drives right out of the gate.
Run up the middle. Good little rugby scrum push. And it depends on the mark, where they're going to mark him down. Looks like right around the 49, near the 50. They had to get to 50 for the first down, and it's going to be just short. So 4th and 1 from their own 49. And now what do? You're up 21-7. You certainly don't want to give Stansbury the ball with a short porch, but you'd love to keep working on the clock. Just 2:10 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like they're lining up either to try to draw him off or going for it. And they're going for it.
They're running it, and they get it, and a big play. Gone. Second level, Cade Shaw 30, and down inside the 20, tackled there. On 4th and 1, they get a 32-yard pickup.
Well, and this is the risk you run, Devin, by putting everybody at the line of scrimmage. If you don't make the stop here, as you can see, you've got everybody here at the line of scrimmage and nothing back here. And he gets through that first group, and he is gone.
Huge 4th down conversion for the Mustangs. Cade Shaw having himself a night. 1:30 and ticking left here in the third quarter. Stallions showing blitz. Andresen going up top into the end zone. Major Stokes, the intended receiver, led him too far. It's incomplete.
Pass intended for number 97, Major Stokes.
Good job by the safety on that backside, coming back over, reading that play. And T just led him a little bit too much.
Second down and 10 for Crimson.
Second down and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line. Shaw up the middle. Down inside the 15. Give him a couple yards. And it'll be third down for the Mustang offense.
Brings up 35 for Crimson.
Third down and 6. Got to get it down to the 8. Ball is at the 14. Andresen goes empty. Trips to the wide side of the field. Twins to the near side. I haven't seen this formation empty much tonight, Coach.
No, I think it's about the first time I've seen him go empty here.
Andresen looking to throw. Fires it. Out route. Caught by Holt. Makes a man miss. Breaks the tackle and fights his way down near the 2-yard line. First and goal, Mustangs.
Down to the 1-yard line.
Jackson Holt.
That is enough for a first
4th catch of the night for Jackson. By far and away the leading receiver. Came into tonight with 65 catches, 833 yards, and 12 touchdowns.
Well,
and
that's
that'll do it for the first quarter.
It's interesting on that play. They go empty, and I'm a little bit surprised of the coverage that Stansbury did on the backside. It almost looked like we were zone on the boundary side, playing man on the wide side, and left that slot receiver on the 2-receiver slide wide open.
Timeout for the end of the third quarter on the field. We'll step aside, put 12 minutes on the fourth quarter clock. When we come back, Crimson in the Red Rock Real Estate Red Zone, leading 21-7 on the Wilkinson scoreboard on the Fan Sports Network.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need. supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
This holiday season, enjoy fresh, festive sushi from Kabuto's Sushi and Ramen Bar. Dine in or take out. Customizable rolls and appetizers made by expert chefs. Call 801-822-1752 and make your holiday feast unforgettable.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Game is brought to you by Dealer Collision, Coral Canyon Golf Course, Beauty and Associates, Fabulous Freddy's, Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, and Great Harvest Bread Company.
Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Scooters Coffee, City of St. George, and by Roney's Mac Bar, among others. They're going to run it right up the gut, and it is going to be a touchdown, and Andresen will keep it for the score. Was the Shaw, Coach? I couldn't even see it. It happened so fast.
It looked like it was Shaw. I think he did hand the ball off there, Devin.
So the start of the fourth quarter with a bang as the touchdown gives the Mustangs the 27-7 lead, and it was the handoff to Shaw and slithers into the end zone. They caught me off guard. I apologize. I missed that live. But Shaw is having himself a night. Beautiful. Like he shot out of a cannon. Finds the hole. Good blocking again up front by the line. It Sparks with the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary extra points. Good. Best Friends can have Utah. Take the 90-minute drive. Have lunch. And with the holidays coming, bring home your new best friend. Check out more details, bestfriends.org. Another quick break, just a 30-second timeout. We'll come back, see if Stansbury can put some drive together to get back into this football game down 28-7.
Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Game is brought to you by Back 9 Golf, Ronnie's Back Bar, Scooters Coffee, Red Rock Real Estate, and Holbrook Asphalt.
And welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter after the 3-yard touchdown plunge for Cade Shaw. Largest lead of the night now for the two-time defending state champs. It's 28-7. And Sparks will kick off, and he'll boot it, and this one goes out of bounds. So good field position here, a little bit of a pull, and that's going to be a penalty on the Mustang special teams. And, Coach, if Stansbury wants to come back in this game, they got to start speeding things up offensively, and they got to get some explosive plays.
Yeah, they do. Now they're going to get out of their offense that they wanted to. They've got to start doing a little bit of speed up, throw the ball, and they can't afford to be methodical and move the ball down the field like they were in the first possession and even that last one before they throw a pick. So game plan's changing now. You don't have enough time. You need to start making things happen.
It's nearing halftime. Utah Tech playing Arizona tonight and giving them a game right now. They're just down by 9 and actually now down by 7. Arizona will get the final possession of the half. We'll keep you posted. Pass over the middle, complete. Roley taken down at the 46-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, again, Stansbury's huddling, getting a play in. Quarterback's running over to the coach. I just don't think you can do that at this point, Devin. I think you've got to get in a hurry-up mode, get that play in from the sideline and not have your quarterback running over and getting it. You just don't have time when you're 21 points down.
Flynn Company's update, Utah Tech trailing 44-37 to number 13 Arizona on the road right now at the half. So only down 7. Shot down the sideline into coverage, and it's incomplete. Looking for Rhodes. And Tyler Gibb right there in his hip pocket, step for step there, but there is a flag down on the play.
Yeah, you're going to get defensive pass interference here. And, you know, Coach can argue that one a little bit, but he never got in a position to turn and make a play on the ball before there was some contact.
It's not a spot foul, though. High school, just a 15-yard penalty. And up 28-7, there's the signal. So first down, Stallions. They'll mark it off down to the 39 of the Mustangs. Good start to this drive. Still some clock, 11:15. Have all 3 timeouts, but down by 21. What do you think, Coach? Probably got to score here in the next 2 minutes or so to have enough possessions to try to make this interesting if you're a Stansbury fan?
Yeah, because they really haven't stopped any 3-and-outs with Crimson. So they've got to score, and they've got to score fairly quick.
Ince on the blitz. They throw a quick slant. Rhodes with the reception. Hit and dropped. It's an 8-yard gain down to the 31.
It's made by Rhodes, number 4.
Well, Rhodes,
Tackled by number 11, Langston.
they've kind of bottled him up for the most part tonight.
Yeah, they have it looks like the game plan is definitely keep him in front, make them force the ball over top. But Stansbury's taking so much time, Devin. I keep saying this, but I just don't understand why they're letting Crimson get set up, their calls in. That allows Crimson to design and get some of those blitz packages that they put together.
Tonight's game brought to you by Kabuto Sushi, and get you a Flynn Company update in just a second. Another slant, caught, Reitzel to Reitzel. Flag comes in at the end of that run. It's enough for a first down. It's going to be a pickup of about 10, and we wait the penalty flag. They found a little soft spot in the middle of the defense underneath. But Crimson probably content to give him that and make sure they don't give anything up over the top.
Well, this is going to be an interesting call. You know, that flag came from a long ways.
It's going to be a hold on the offense, so that'll back up the Stallions. Flynn Companies, Flynn's group of companies, they've got you covered. If you're in the construction industry, visit flynncompanies.com to learn more what they can do for you. How about Hurricane had a long drive, took over, I think, 6 minutes, and then turned it over on down. So midway through the third quarter, Provo still leading 28-13 over in H-Town. So Hurricane in a little bit of trouble.
Big mistake here by Stansbury of, you've got a first down, you've got a big play, and to have a hold really at the point of after he'd already made the catch in the first down. So, they've made way too many mistakes. When you're playing a good team, you just can't afford to make mistakes like this.
Again, we'll name the Findlay Subaru Star of the Game. We'll name one for each team here in the quarterfinals. You can see the all-star lineup of Subarus on the savings side of the freeway or online at FindlaySubaru.com. Got some great deals this month on a new or used car at Findlay Subaru. Devin Dixon, Rick Barry here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. He'll back it up from the spot of the hold to the 36. And they'll replay second down. So second down, and it'll be about, second and 7 here? Costly penalty. Negates a nice play. In trouble, flushed up in the pocket, throws on the run, near the boundary, caught, and stepping out of bounds past the line to gain. That's a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Nice job by Brighton Reitzel. And Stansbury not going down without a fight here, Coach.
No, and this is where he really shines, of avoiding the pressure up front, stepping up and keeping his eyes downfield. And I'm surprised we just haven't seen more of him taking off and making plays with his feet.
Slant route over the middle and incomplete. Looking for Rhodes. Let him just a little bit too far. He likes to put some zip on that slant.
He does. He really throws that ball. And like I said, stature-wise, he's not big, Devin, but I tell you what, he can sling it.
Yeah, he's got an arm. Definitely has some arm strength. Some moxie, quick. I don't know if he can see over Major Stokes, but definitely got a strong live arm. By the way, Hurricane has got a stop. That game is streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com or YouTube page or KSLsports.com. They've gotten the ball at midfield, so possession number 2 for the Tigers, trying to get closer in that elimination quarterfinal game. They trail Provo still 28-13, but they do have the ball at midfield. 2nd down and 10. Looking to throw, setting his feet, has some time, now decides to tuck and run, and he'll give himself up and slide down at about the 23-yard line. And with the start of the slide, they'll actually mark it back at the 24. So pick up of 4 yards. That was it. 3rd down.
Well, and obviously 4-down territory. So from an offensive standpoint, you got to look and say, okay, we got 2 downs to get 6 yards. We don't need it all in one.
Four receivers set. Trips to the near side. Reitzel looking to roll to the trip side. Looking, eyes downfield, sets his feet, throws it away. Nobody open. Great coverage by this Crimson secondary, and probably a smart play to live and fight another down.
Yeah, it was. He was, there's no way he could square his shoulders on that, Devin, as he's running, to his left.
And you throw a 3rd interception here, and it's lights out. Got to score here, but not on this play. But you definitely, now you're down to 9-10. You're approaching that 2-minute mark.
Yeah,
they've definitely.
You've got to have a first down here, or you're in trouble.
What is your best play to get 6 yards? Your most reliable play? We'll see what the OC McMorris draws up here for the Stallions. It's going to be a throw. Reitzel going to the end zone, and he's got a man, but he threw it back shoulder, incomplete. He didn't lead him to the back of the end zone. He tried to throw it back shoulder, and he crossed up the receiver, and they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, a little miscommunication here between the receiver and the quarterback here. He actually was open. Crimson came out, only rushed 3. I think he panicked a little bit because he's seen so much pressure tonight, but he had plenty of time to set his feet. Let's run that back if we can. See, they only brought 3, had plenty of time, and he has a receiver right here open and throws a back shoulder opposite where the receiver's at.
Mustangs go right back to the ground game, and there is Jackson Holt fighting for yardage. I like the way Jackson Holt plays. Full tilt, gives you everything he's got. One of the veterans back from last couple years, part of those back-to-back state titles. One of just the few remaining starters on offense, other than a couple linemen. And brings a ton of experience. And with Phillips out the first 4 games of the season, Holt had to do all the heavy lifting.
He had the share of it, yeah.
And put Phillips in almost a H-back tight end off the line here to make it twins to either side. They'll use him as a blocker. They'll run it to Shaw. Shaw's going to get a nice gain out across the 40 to the 42. Gain of 7 on first down for the Mustang offense.
Yeah, and Crimson's going to be very patient. If they can continue to get 5-6 yards running the ball and that clock keeps on going, that there's no reason for them to put the ball in the air.
Winner of this game will play a week from today at 6 o'clock. So it will be a similar start time. The winner of the other side, which Rizline was winning and Provo was winning, that will be the semifinal game on next Thursday at 6 o'clock because they split up the 4As with the 5 and 6As. Run. And dragging would-be tacklers, still pushing. Down inside the 40 to the 37. It's Cade Shaw again. Well north of the century mark, having maybe a season high in rushing. We'll have to check the statistics, but with Daly done for the night, he's having himself a game.
Well, he's making a great case for the sub of the game, Devin. He's filled in, with Van Daly being out early. He's come in, and they haven't missed a beat.
Saw Cade's dad. He's got a big sling on his arm. Was he had a surgery or something? I said, did Cade tackle you at home or what? He's like, nah, I'm still tougher than him. I'm like, I don't know if I buy that. Cade's pretty tough. No Nate for a while there, and that time not much doing. No gain on the play. Hasn't been many of those tonight. His offensive line has played well.
Yeah, this is one of the games as a running back. You're going to take your big boys out to dinner after the game because they've done a great job of creating some holes. And You look at Stansbury's, defensive front. They're not little. It's a big group, and especially the two in the middle, and they've done a really nice job of opening some holes.
Under 6.5 left in the fourth quarter. Crimson up 28-14. Working the clock. They'll run it again off the right side. On second down, and again, no gain. They stretched that one out. Stansbury knows Crimson's going to run the ball at this point, so they're stacking in the box.
Absolutely. You're going to put as many in the box as you can to get the stops there, but the clock keeps on going with now under 6 minutes left, and Crimson's in no hurry to get these plays off.
Start of the fourth quarter in Hurricane. Tigers facing 4th and 1. We'll keep you posted. That game pacing behind this one a little bit. They've also, again, reached halftime in the Utah Tech game when Utah Tech down to number 13 Arizona only by 7. They were 33-point underdogs going into that game in Tucson tonight. I'll be with Rod Zundel on Sunday to bring you the next Utah Tech basketball game on the Fan Sports Network. So a 1 o'clock tip-off against the Sun Devils, I believe. I better check that. Yeah, 1 p.m. Fourth down, you're kind of in no man's land. Too long for a field goal, be over 50 yards. So they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down and 8. Got to get it down to the 27 for a first down. And now Coach Stokes, Coach Alofapo, going to take a timeout and discuss what they want to do here. Timeout on the field brought to you by Luke Udy, American Family Insurance. Get a free quote, see how much Luke can save you at Udy & Associates. We'll take the break. We'll be right back.
Plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
Hey, St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile Scooter's Coffee. Open 7 days a week.
Welcome back, everybody. Boulevard Home bringing you high school football, quarterfinal action. Crimson in control here, 28-7, Devin Dixon. Rick Barry with you. Crimson will await the winner of that Skyline Green Canyon game. And they're going to leave the offense on the field. By the way, it's 21-20. Green Canyon leading by a point at Skyline right now. So that one's a tight one. They'll throw it and out-routed. It's caught by Major Stokes. First down, Mustangs down inside the 25 to the 24.
And that's been their go-to, really. When they needed a first down was, 4th and 5 or 6 of throwing that out route because the corner's given so much cushion on that. So a good play call. T picking that up and throwing to the boundary side on that out route.
.433 to go. They can work on that clock some more. Crimson look like they're heading back to Rice-Eccles Stadium. There's a flag down. By the way, Hurricane, 3rd down inside the 10, trying to get back within one possession of Provo, but they just got stuffed, so it's 4th down for the Tigers. So they've got to figure out a way to get a first down or a touchdown here if they want to have a chance, as they've just started the fourth quarter, about a minute into the fourth. Trailing Provo 28-13.
Balls at the 12-yard line.
Again, Green Canyon leads Skyline with 6:49 left in the fourth quarter, 21-20. So Crimson will get the winner of that game if this score holds up. And they're back into the Red Rock Real Estate Red Zone, redrockrealestate.com. From land to luxury, check them out if you're looking at building or buying some land around southern Utah. Also got their vacation rentals, as well as their property management division. Shaw's helmet come off, so he has to leave the field for a play. And they'll bring Phillips in. And Provo has stopped Hurricane at the 7-yard line. It's a turnover on downs. So that's 2 drives in a row where Hurricane has been in the red zone and come up empty. And so they trail 28-13 in the fourth quarter, and the defense back on the field for the Tigers.
Yeah, you just can't do that. I mean, that's...
Pro's defense has played well tonight.
Yeah.
Andresen scrambling, tucks, runs up the middle, hit. 3 players there to bring him down. Big 76 again. Going to get in to make that stop. And not much Andresen could do there. Roberts is number 76. We were looking for his number. I finally found it. Roberts he's had a nice night. He's given maximum effort. And he gets credit for that. Another timeout. So Stansbury talking things over, and we'll step aside. Just a quick 30-second break. Don't want to miss a play. Fourth quarter, Crimson looking to get back to Rice-Eccles Stadium. They lead 28-7.
Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Hey, St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Welcome back, everybody. Glad you're spending your Friday night with us here on the Fan Sports Network, bringing you quarterfinal football. 3rd and 12. They'll run it, and Shaw up the middle, breaks a tackle into the end zone, touchdown, 12-yard run. Kate Shaw has another one for that special moment where you touch it down.
And flags go flying, and we've got a scrum in the end zone here, Devin.
Yeah, I don't think Crimson liked that they slammed Shaw down and tackled him a couple yards deep in the end zone, but I think that tackle started. He didn't know where he was at, so I don't think there's a penalty there. And then I think one of the other Crimson players kind of reacted to that, and a little extracurricular. Take another look.
And this is where you need to be really careful, too, Devin, because if you get kicked out of a game, you're going to miss the next game here. So they didn't like that.
He did kind of get him around the horse collar there, but not under the pad level. But it was a hard tackle as he was into the end zone. But
and it was after he's in the end zone. So that's where the flags came. And then obviously you just got to be, you got to be very careful that you don't get somebody kicked out.
But as a defender, do you know exactly where you are there? You're just trying to make a tackle.
I think so. I think it was just frustration at that point.
Probably. So probably going to be offsetting penalties, is your guess, Coach?
No, I think it's going to be a personal foul on Stansbury.
But then wasn't there a second flag that came later when one of the I think it was one of the linemen for Crimson came over and got into the mix? Yeah, so they did get both offsetting. 14 with the tackle in the end zone, and then 52 with the retaliation on Crimson. So the offsetting, touchdown will stand. And at the end of the day, we got our best friends extra point. We really appreciate best friends. Second year they've been on with us here, bringing you football on the Fan Sports Network. Best friends, every animal deserves a loving home. Go take a tour. Great for a little weekend getaway and take home your new best friend. If you're thinking about pet adoption, go to bestfriends.org or head up to the sanctuary. You can stay at the Merc and get a nice all-you-can-eat lunch. And tons of different animals, all looking for a loving home. Kick is up, and it is good. 35-7 Mustangs, 3:23 left when we come back here. And the Mustangs are headed to Rice-Eccles Stadium for Skyline or Green Canyon next Friday. Back in a minute.
Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru. 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Asphalt, we don't often think about it, but we use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by 67%, making roads last longer and cost less to own. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Back here at Crimson Cliffs High School. Thanks for locking us in, loading us up here on a football Friday night. And if this score holds up, which it looks like it's going to, we're going to have 6 o'clock next week. More Crimson football. It'll be a radio-only broadcast when we get to the semis and the finals. Don't have the streaming rights, but if you're out and about, love to have you tune in. Not sure, unless Hurricane come back, if we're going to have a Thursday, Friday doubleheader 2 days in a row in the semis, though. Hurricane still trailing 28-13, but they do have the ball back again in Provo territory, but they've had 2 red zone turnover on downs, but they're still fighting. They're at the Provo 40, and I'm not sure exactly how much time is left, somewhere in the middle of the fourth quarter out there. That game is pacing a little bit behind our game here at Crimson.
Fighting, but running out of time, Devin. You know, the 2 times they've got into the red zone and got stopped on fourth down have just been costly for the Tigers.
Yeah, if they just score one of them, it's a one-possession game. Chasing 15 points. Slant over the middle, caught. Good catch in traffic, and the throw right on the numbers. Catch made by number 13, Noah Cephas.
Catch by number 13, Noah Cephas.
Utah Tech, Arizona, second half is underway. They played about 4 minutes in the second half. Wildcats lead the Trailblazers by 11, but, man, I'm impressed with Utah Tech.
They're hanging with them.
Yeah, over 30-point underdogs in that game. Another play out to the wide side. Flag comes in late. Peterson with the football, and going to be maybe a
little bit of a late hit and tack another 15 on.
Coach, did you ever have a chance anywhere in your coaching career to go for the three-peat? In a playing career, did you ever have a chance for 3 titles?
Playing in high school. So at Skyline High School, we took 2 out of 3.
Did you really?
Of the years, and that was the only time that we've been able to be that close.
Crimson is 2 wins away from the rarity in sports. I mean, does not happen often. I think 6 times ever in pro sports we've had 3-peats. Shot into the end zone. Deep pass. Receiver behind the defense, and that is caught for the touchdown. There is Rhodes. It's a beautiful, beautiful throw. It's a 40-yard touchdown. Reitzel to Rhodes.
Well, you can see the talent level that they have. They just have shot themselves in the foot, Devin, in a lot of these cases today where they haven't had that opportunity to score and capitalize on some of their drives that have created in turnovers.
If I'm a D2, D3 junior college coach, maybe a lower level D1, I might be looking at this Rhodes kid. He's got some talent. Extra point. Try the kick. It's good. 35-14. Timeout. We'll take it. Quick break. Come back for the finish. Mustangs leading over the Stallions.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
Game is brought to you by Flynn Companies, Intercap Lending, Nets on Fire, Jersey Mike's, and Stretch Lab.
You can see some of our great sponsors bringing you the game tonight. Mention code word radio at Stretch Lab. Get an introductory 60-minute stretch for just $39. Have you taken advantage of that, Coach, after your golf round like you were talking last week?
I have not, and I need to.
Yeah. Go over there and get a stretch and have some lunch or dinner at Kabuto's right next door. Another one of our great sponsors. Onside kick, and it's going to be smartly fair caught on a high bounce, high kick, and that's Lincoln Langston that makes the catch on special teams for the Mustangs. That's one phase Crimson's been good at. You talk about the defense. Yeah, you give up the big play, the 40-yarder there to Rhodes on that touchdown, but a really good throw by Reitzel. And the defense with a couple takeaways tonight. Langston has a pick. Or no, Dedrick Moore has the pick. Oh, yeah, Langston did have the one in the end zone.
Yeah, in the end
So
zone.
they both
Yeah.
got a pick. 2 takeaways. Different quarterback in. Johnstone is in, so Andreson's night is done. RPO and the handoff. New ball carrier, number 20, Ryder Tebbs, just a sophomore. Emmett Johnstone, junior quarterback. And Stansbury will use their second timeout. So 1 remaining in the back pocket of the Stallions and Coach Walker. Just too many mistakes to win on the road in a quarterfinal game against a 2-time state champ. Just the interceptions.
Yeah, when you're on the road and you're playing a really good team like Crimson, you just can't afford to make those kind of mistakes, Devin. You're coming out the second half, and it's only 14-7, and you have a chance to drive and to tie it up, and you throw a pick six, and 8 seconds into the second half, you go down 14 points. It's just tough to come back from that.
Hurricane has come up empty again on another drive, and they've had to give the football back to Provo. So still 28-13 over there in H-Town. If that score holds up, Provo and Ridgeline will meet in one semifinal, and then Crimson will get the winner of that Skyline and Green Canyon game, which last report was a 1-point game. Handoff, and Tebbs, like a pinball, kind of bouncing around off would-be tacklers and finally taken down at the 45. It'll be short gain on the play.
So Stansbury uses their last timeout, Devin, and it's going to be a 3rd and about 6. Stansbury's not going to be able to stop the clock. You'll see another run here, and there's not much time left for Stansbury to do much with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the season looks like it's going to come to a close.
Well,
Came in 7-4, going to end the season 7-5.
If the Green Canyon score holds up, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Crimson and Green Canyon play a few years back?
I'd have to go check the archives. But, yeah, I think you're right.
In the state championship. I think that was Crimson's first state championship against Green Canyon, if I remember right.
And it is Green Canyon that scored again, so they're up 28-20 on Skyline right now with 2:06 left in the fourth quarter. So
my Eagles are going down.
They got to go get a touchdown and a 2-minute drill and a 2-point conversion to try to force overtime. So we will see. Another short play there for the Mustangs, and 4th down punt unit will come on after another gain of a yard or so, and the clock just ticking now. Stansbury out of timeouts. Down 35-14. Get the ball back. Seniors will have one more offensive drive to try to make some plays. A lot of juniors, though. I mean, they're mixed with a bunch of seniors for Stansbury, but the cupboard will not be bare when you're looking at your starting quarterback. Reitzel's back. He's only a junior. His twin brother, second leading receiver on this team, coming in tonight behind Rhodes. Rhodes is a senior. You'll lose him. You'll lose Roberts. Landis Roberts is a senior. He's been a beast on defense tonight. You'll lose Colton Danes. And I guess go on and on and on. But Coach Walker will have, a good junior core to work with next year. Not sure how the, JV team did and what the future looks like up there. Obviously, Stansbury, a tough conference, kind of similar to Region 9 up there in Cache Valley. Clock stop with 1:34.
It seems like every year Stansbury's always in the mix.
Yeah.
Devin, it's
a little tradition, little culture. Man, who's in charge of the music here at Crimson? Rob Ritchie playing his high school prom song or something? What is this, TLC or something? Dusty knows. What a Girl Needs? Beyonce? Is it Beyonce? Who is this? This isn't Jock Jam 6. Christina Aguilera? I think it is Christina, actually. I get my pop mixed up. 4th down punt coming. I don't know if anybody could hear that through our crowd mic, but first time I've ever heard that song at a high school football game. Playing BY. And kick will go out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. And Stansbury has 1:28 to work with on their season with Crimson up by 21. Hurricane doesn't have the football, and they're down 28-13. Keep you updated to see. Crimson fans want to know, what Skyline's doing right now. We'll let you know as soon as we know. Do know the 3A championships set for next week. It'll be Cedar and Manti for all the 3A marbles in the state of Utah. We know Ridgeline has beat Park City, final in that one 49-3 tonight.
Didn't I say Ridgeline was going to put 50 on them?
Yeah,
I was
one off there, Coach. Pretty good. Give you props for that. Right, still rolling, and he's just going to tuck out of bounds and stop the clock. Nobody open downfield. I will say this, Crimson's secondary has done a great job. That last 40-yarder was really the only play behind the defense all night long.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of keeping things in front of them, and it looked like that was, Coach Wayne's game plan of not only we're going to bring some pressure and we're going to mix it up, we're also going to keep everybody behind. So they played a lot of cover 4, dropping and staying deep in there and letting their backers flow. So very well executed defensive plan.
Crimson is going to take their second timeout here, or is it an official? Oh, there's an injured player at the 20, so it's an injury timeout. Looks like a Stallion down at the 20. One of the linemen, maybe, Coach? I can't see the number. So injury timeout. We'll step aside. Back for the finish right after this.
Around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Thanks to some of our great sponsors, Jimmy John's, Nets on Fire, Dealer Collision Center, Coral Canyon Golf Course. Let them know. Thanks for sponsoring high school sports here on the Fan Sports Network. Final 119 after the injury. He was able to walk off under his own power, so that is good news. And an interception on a tip. It was tipped and an interception and ran back inside the 32 to about the 30. And that was the icing on the cake there. Number 37 just came in. They kind of unloaded the bench. It's Knox McFarland, the sophomore with the Oski. And just another bullet. He's been throwing those heat-seeking slants all night, Coach, and that one just too hot to handle.
Just too hot to handle, a little bit high. And you love to see the younger kids that haven't had a chance to play much, JV players that are in at this time, and be able to get a pick on that, and he'll remember that for a long time.
There is a penalty on the Mustangs on the interception return. I think it was a block in the back or a hold. Didn't catch what Travis said the infraction was. Travis Roberts, our referee tonight. 1:07 to go, 35-14, all Mustangs. I'm just checking to see if that Skyline game has went final. Green Canyon has won it, 28-26. Skyline scored but didn't get the 2-point conversion, so Green Canyon and Crimson Cliffs will meet in the semis next Friday at 6 o'clock.
Probably went down to the last play, it looks like.
Provo still leading 28-13. Nobody has scored in the second half in that game out in Hurricane. Not 1 point. That was the halftime score, and that's where it sits. I'm getting a little chippy out there. Clock just ticking down at 30 seconds. It's time for us to start thinking about our Findlay Subaru star of the game. And one more kneel down, and that'll do it. And there it is. The two-time state champs are back to Rice-Eccles Stadium next Friday, 6 o'clock. And they'll take on the 14-seed Green Canyon Wolves, Coach. Final of the night, 35-14.
Going into the playoffs, if you would have said a 14 seed goes to Rice-Eccles Stadium and plays, you would be throwing darts. So, big win for Green Canyon, a nice win from Crimson.
And they've done it on the road.
And like I said, I think it's going to be a rematch of a couple years ago of Crimson. So,
Play the winner of Green Canyon and Skyline.
Final score, 35-14. Quick break. Just a quick one. We'll come back. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Awards, reaction, little look ahead, more on that matchup with Green Canyon as they've won 28-26. So Green Canyon Crimson from Rice-Eccles Stadium next Friday at 6 o'clock. Back in a flash.
Cabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Cabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are. Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
6 p.m. Congratulations to
Back live here, Crimson, Stansbury, exchanging handshakes, and the Mustangs celebrating, and they are 2 wins away from a little bit of history. I mean, Crimson has already had a lot of success in multiple sports. You know, you look at all the different state championships they've had already, but they have never three-peated. And the baseball team will be attempting the same feat as the football team is embarking on right now in the spring, as they've won 2 in a row with Justin Abbott, their skipper over there. And so it's going to be really interesting. Crimson Cliffs has risen to the cream of the crop here in Region 9, and then only team left, assuming Hurricane can't pull off a monumental comeback, and they're late in the fourth quarter, down by 15 over there. So it looks like right now, if the scores hold up next week, as we kind of kick off the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show with some scores, Provo up 28-13. If they win, they will play Ridgeline Thursday at 6. And then Friday at 6, Green Canyon and Crimson. That matchup is set in stone. Your reaction to those scores right now, Coach?
Well, again, Devin, I'm surprised that Hurricane didn't capitalize on a lot of the drives that they had. They got stuffed on fourth down multiple times, and especially in the red zone. And I really thought Hurricane's speed would offset some of Provo's size. So that one really surprised me. Green Canyon Skyline, we both thought that's going to be a toss-up.
Yeah.
You know, flip a coin there. You got a 14 against a 11 seed. Green Canyon, I'm telling you what, they've been warriors. I mean, they came down and played Snow Canyon, the 3 seed, on the road. Took care of business there. Went how to play at Skyline, now taking care of business there. So 2 big road wins for Green Canyon, and your reward is to get the 2-time state champion.
Appreciate Dr. Cody Johnson Pediatrics Dentistry. We clean it all up with the post-game wrap-up show. He's been a long-time post-game sponsor here. Back with another season. He'll be with us through basketball and baseball season. Appreciate Dr. Cody. He's there with all your kids' dental needs. New patient special. Always there if you're looking for a new dentist for the kids. New patient special. Just one low price, $99 for the cleaning, the exam, and the x-rays with Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. They got 2 locations. The third one opening soon out by the airport there, Desert Canyon area. We'll get to some highlights here as we kind of put a bow on this one. And Coach, just too many mistakes for Stansbury tonight as we say goodbye and their season comes to an end.
Yeah, I think Stansbury, you look out on the field right now and you got both teams, and Neely and the coach talk to him, and I think Stansbury's coach is probably saying the same thing. You know what? Love you seniors. It's been a great year. We just had too many mental mistakes. We cost it. Some of those early penalties hurt him. That pick 6 and then a pick in the end zone as you're going in really hurt him. So, again, when you're playing a good quality team, you just can't have the mistakes that they had tonight. You can't take away from a great year, but, man, your heart goes out to, your seniors. They've played hard, and it's been a great season for them. And
here is your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. Diedrich Moore. This was the first pass of the second half. Moore with the pick 6. That's your
At that point, it's 14-7. And now you go 21-7. And we said at the very beginning of the game, I don't think Stansbury can come from behind. And you can't get down 14 plus points to Crimson and come back.
And this was the second or the third. He had a hat trick tonight. That was the third touchdown, the last score for the Mustangs. Cade Shaw, what a night for Cade Shaw. Not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns.
And he's got to be the sub of the game. He came in for Van Daly and we need to see how Van Daly is. We didn't see him the whole second half.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge question mark moving forward.
But Shaw came in and did a great job, and they didn't miss a beat with him in there.
How about 3 interceptions for the secondary? I was going to go with this one as a sub of the game nominee as well, but you're right with Cade Shaw because Van Daly is the normal starter. Yeah. Shaw gets a lot of carries, plays a lot. But he's not the starter, Van Daly.
And he came in and took all the snaps.
Yeah.
Until the very end when the game was out. So he came in and did a great job. And like I said, you wouldn't have known that he was their backup running back because he had a phenomenal game. And you got to give credit to the big guys up front, Devin. A lot of times those guys get overlooked. You look at the running back and, oh, my gosh, he had 100-plus yards. Well, you don't get 100-plus yards without your big guys up front doing their job.
If you were to name a Findlay Subaru star of the game, is it Shaw or is it Diedrich Moore? Those two guys really stood out.
I think it's Coe, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because both
on each side of the ball.
Yeah, each side of the ball, and I just think that was a deflator pick 6 that put Stansbury, out of reach at that point, even though it was early in the second half there, and then Shaw, just carried the load.
Yep. So we'll go Coe, Findlay Subaru star of the game. Offensively, we go Cade Shaw. He's also 3 touchdowns. What can you say about that? Big day. Britton Phillips also scored a touchdown reception. If you were to give a Findlay Subaru star of the game to a Stansbury player, I would go with Rhodes. He caught both touchdown passes.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yep.
I agree.
Just because not the best performance for their star quarterback, the junior. He'll be back for some redemption, but 3 interceptions tonight.
Yeah, 3 interceptions. Plus, the other thing that, I kept bringing up during the game is I didn't see him take off and run like he can. You get to this point where it's do or die. You got to be all out.
Yeah.
And I thought there was times where he could have pulled it and ran and didn't. So I was a little bit surprised from that, but like you said, he's a junior. He's going to learn from this game. He's going to come back next year. They put up a lot of points this year, when they averaged 41 and Crimson held them to 14 points.
Again, huge performance for Cade Shaw. Diedrich Moore, your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game with the pick 6 there to start the third quarter that pushed it up to 21-7, and the Mustangs never look back as they cruise and win by 21 points tonight and punch their ticket back to Rice Eccles. Jersey Mike's sub of the game goes to Kate Shaw as well for filling in there with a lot of totes. Probably close to 200 yards tonight on the ground. This offensive line played well tonight for the Mustangs, I thought, Coach.
Yeah, they really did. They controlled the line of scrimmage. That was one of the things we talked about earlier in the game of the keys is, they got to dominate up front at the line of scrimmage, and they did.
So this matchup is set. It is now final, so both semifinals are set. Ridgeline beat Park City 49-3. They will play Provo. Provo has knocked Hurricane out. Final score just went final 28-13. Provo beats Hurricane. Nobody scored in the second half. That was the halftime score. Hurricane's got to be thinking about missed opportunities for a while, though, because they had at least 3 red zone chances and could not score on any of them in the second half.
Yeah,
2 of those 3 and a 2-point conversion. It's a whole different scenario.
And it's really too bad, too, Devin, because that's such a great, strong senior class that Hurricane had this year. Those guys have played together for a long time. They've dominated in Little League. It was a class that I think Hurricane's been waiting for. But the nice thing is, I think they have set and turned the corner for Hurricane over there of kids saying, you know what, I want to stay here. I want to buy into the program. Look what we've done, and we've turned the corner, and I think you'll see good things staying at Hurricane. And
you do lose, Brody Jacobs and Dylan Gabriel and CJ
You
Trump.
lose your core. There's no question.
But there's
some kids coming back.
You do have some talent coming back, no question about it. And it's a good JV team that had a really good year as well coming up through. So the semis are set. Ridgeline Park City, Thursday, 6 o'clock. Next Friday, the game we'll have for you, radio broadcast, Crimson, and they'll be taking on the surprise in the semifinals, the 14-seed Green Canyon Wolves. So 2 region teams from Cache Valley. Then you got Provo representing their region, and then Crimson representing Region 9. So that is the way the semifinals will shake out. Congratulations to Cedar. They won today. They're into the 3A state championships as well. They'll play Manti, who beat Morgan tonight, 42-28.
Which is a big upset. You look at Cedar was the 1 seed, Morgan the 2 seed. Morgan's been back into the state championship 3 out of the last 4 years. I mean, Morgan's is very similar to Crimson.
Yeah.
Where you've seen him in the state championship so many times.
Historic program, perennial powerhouse.
But Manti, that's a big win for Manti.
Want to thank Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Jersey Mike's, thanks to Appliance Wholesalers Plus. If you need any appliances, go see them. Great partner with us. Finley Subaru, if you need a car, go see our friends at Finley Subaru. Tell them thanks for sponsoring our post-game wrap-up show. Bucks Ace Hardware, also big partner with us on the wrap-up show, getting you the final scores. And thanks to all of our sponsors. We have 26 local businessmen and women bringing you the broadcast tonight. People in our community love getting behind our broadcasts and bringing you the action. It makes it possible for us to pay coaches high salary and bring you great commentary again tonight.
Yeah, my J-Dog salary.
Yeah, can we get them as a sponsor? They're not a sponsor, right? We need. Coach likes the J-Dogs.
I love the J-Dogs. We need to get them on, and we needed some J-Dogs tonight, didn't we?
Yeah, that would have been nice. Again, the final, Crimson winning it tonight and punching their ticket. The dream of a three-peat is still alive, and not many people get to play for a state championship. Even fewer win a state championship. To win 3 in a row would be a dream come true scenario.
Well, we talked about this last week, Devin, and people have no idea how hard it is to get there. It is so difficult, and only one team gets there and gets a win from it. So you got to relish that, and it's like I've mentioned before, the opportunity for these kids, you build memories for a lifetime for these kids, and they'll remember it for the rest of their lives, and they'll talk about it until they get old, retired coaches that are sitting in the box. They'll still talk about it.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit to Coach Wayne Olofpo and the culture he's built here at Crimson, and his Crimson Captain program, and everything. These players have bought in, and they've got a shot. They're 2 wins away from a three-peat. Next up, Green Canyon next Friday night at 6. For Rick Berry, for Dusty Allen, for Hammond Johansson, for everybody watching tonight, thank you so much on KSL or the Fan Sports Network. It's been a privilege to bring you another Crimson win as they get the job done over Stansbury tonight, 35-14. Good night from Crimson Cliffs. We'll see you at Rice Eccles Stadium next Friday for our next broadcast of the semifinals, Crimson and Green Canyon. Have a great weekend, everybody. Make sure and tune in at 1 o'clock tomorrow. We've got that game against Abilene Christian for the Utah Tech football team. If you're watching tonight, you can catch the end of the Arizona-Utah Tech basketball game. Arizona has pushed it up to a 20-point lead with about 5 minutes left. That game currently on the Fan as well as TNT and True TV. And we'll see you next Friday night for more football. A lot more on the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs all next week on the Morning Drive, weekdays 7 to 9 here on the Fan Sports Network. Good night from Crimson Cliffs.